Head on over to merchmethod.com/Tom Segura for an all-new merch lineup.
Welcome to your mom's house with Tom Segura, and
Christina Pajitsky.
welcome to your mom's house.
This episode of Your Mom's House is brought to you by Sattva, but more specifically, their new mattress, the Solaire. We have one now that we sleep on that is unbelievable. I would even describe it as being the shit. It sits up for you. It lays down. It's adjustable. It has a zero gravity setting.
It vibrates.
It vibrates for you. It has firmness and softness.
It has a light under it too. You can turn on a light.
So fancy, so wonderful, so delicious. It is the ultimate sleeping experience. And when I told that to the marketing people at Sattva, I convinced them to go ahead and give us the landing of sattva.com, SAATVA.com/the shit, because that's how good the Solaire is. It's the shit. So it's sattva.com/the shit, and you get $225 off the Solaire or any other mattress. To learn more, once again, go to Sattva, SAATVA.com/the shit. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Chomos. It's another episode of Your Mom's House podcast. We're so happy to be back here with you inside Studio Gene, brought to you by Wrangler.
Oh.
So, what a weekend.
What a whirlwind. Again, no, we had guests. And I know that's forbidden. It's a political issue.
But they were Rona tested.
They were tested for the Rones. They're negs.
Mm-hmm.
And we're exhausted.
It's really
from having people over.
And we didn't have to do much for them. It's just,
no.
I think it's the emotional expenditure.
Yeah.
That happens when you have guests. I remember I've never been more suicidal, homicidal, or depressed as when the holidays, when all the people came to town. I just wanted them all to leave.
I know.
And it's not like I was, morning, noon, and night being like, here's the itinerary. It was just the emotional exhaustion of being like, my cousin, my siblings, my parents, it's like every day, are you all right? Do you have something to do? And then people start to go like, what are we going to eat next? And you're like, I don't know. I mean, aren't you a grown up? What do you want to eat? Like, it took so much out of me.
Well, and I don't know if this is just me, but I have a hard time answering people's dumb questions when I'm trying to take care of my kids. I focus so hard on making sure I'm watching the 2-year-old, and then they'll be like, so Christina, are you exercising? What are you? And I'm like, I don't know. I can't do both. I can't do two things at once. Do you know what I'm saying? It stresses me out to answer dumb questions.
Of course. I know. And then
I don't like conversations.
Then you start getting asked rapid fire. Where are the spoons? You're like, they're in the fucking drawer. Which drawer?
I know.
Over there.
Which one? Where's the garbage? Oh, that makes me crazy when they don't just look for it themselves. Where's the ice?
Got it.
Motherfucker, where's ice normally?
Yeah, the ice is in our cabinet above there, above the pots and pans.
Where are the cups? Well, where do you think? There's only a few places they can be located.
It is. It's exhausting.
It is. And I so look forward to the visits because
the visit's fun.
This will be fun.
And also, I forgot how I think this gives us a little bit of that socializing, but socializing as somebody who was never very social, it is kind of fun to socialize again, to talk to somebody face to face.
It was exciting.
Yeah.
But I can't tell you, maybe our exhaustion is also from the excitement of just having
maybe that's it
new
too.
interaction.
You get a little adrenaline rush from it.
I was like,
then it goes away and you're like, oh my God, I've never slept so hard. By the way, neither did they. My cousin texted me. She slept 11 hours.
Everybody was exhausted.
Yeah,
we all exhausted each other. And then in preparation for their coming, you ordered 57 croissants from the local bakery.
So I'd heard through a friend that there's an amazing bakery near our house. And the guy, my friend told me, and I go, no. He goes, you haven't been? He goes, there's croissants, but you got to go and at this time in the morning to get one. So I'm like, all right, I'll try one. You went with me, I think, the first time.
I did. We took a pilgrimage. We walked down there.
How good are those? I mean,
they're really good.
this guy,
I'm afraid. Can I tell you how good they
Yeah,
are?
yeah.
I'm afraid to even really go down the rabbit hole because I
know.
know how fat I'm going to get.
yeah, it was a real fat weekend. So he also told me that he makes certain special croissants, but you got to call ahead. So I always get too big of eyes when it comes to like food and people coming to town. I always overdo
Remember the
it.
time we ordered all those wild wings?
Yeah,
Was that in Alabama?
it was.
How many wings did we order?
Accidentally, I think around 100.
Literally.
Yeah. I was like, well, this way we can try all the different flavors. And you're like, but you got 15 flavors. I was like, yeah, like 5 of each. It's fine.
We were in our hotel room with just boxes and boxes and boxes of wings. It was so
Crazy.
great.
So that's what happened, though. So when I called, I go, great, let me get 5 of this, 5 of this. And I forget, I'm not talking about cookies. They're croissants. So when I go to pick it up, it was the morning of the 4th. He has them in a pizza box.
Because it's an Italian restaurant and they just happen to make croissants.
Right. So shows me to me. It looks like goddamn, just like jewelry. I mean, he's just like, look at these. I was like, wow. And then we're walking around. I realized that I'm just walking around with a pizza box to walk home.
In the morning, yeah.
Yeah. It's early in the morning. It's like 9. And then people everywhere, you realize that it's alarming to people to see someone with a pizza box that early in the morning. Because they're like, you're getting pizza right now?
Yeah. Strangers, their minds were blown.
Yeah. The people were like pointing at me.
Yeah, across the street. Look
And
at
people
that
were
fat
saying
fuck.
things. They're like, Jesus, man, you're starting early? Pizza? And one guy was like, that's what I'm talking about, man. Let me get a slice. And then I felt like explaining it to everybody. I was like, you don't understand. These are croissants.
And then he would have to open the box
And
to
show them. I
prove,
was like, no, they're croissants.
see, these are, but they're all different.
And then people were like, oh, those look amazing. And then I would tell them the whole story. This is an Italian guy, and he learned to make croissants, and he makes them at his Italian place, but he also has other Italian food. And they're like, okay, that's a lot more information than we needed.
I know. Oh,
But they're fucking
really
amazing.
cute. You got so excited, and we ate them all. There's
Yeah.
not one left.
And then I just, I also wanted everybody to try every croissant. So I would slice it up and be like, eat these croissants, eat. I was like an Italian grandmother.
You were.
Mangia. Bateros. Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
cute though. It was really nice of you. I like seeing you getting excited about stuff because I feel in this quarantine you have to find the little things to get excited about. Like
It's true.
That's the majority of my life. Like,
There's stages of quarantine. Well, let's
we'll
do the
talk
opening
about it.
and then we'll
'Cause
discuss
but
our
I will
stages.
say that Pierce coming in last week was the happiest thing that's happened in a long time in my life. And
Yeah.
he brought me so much joy that I ruminated on his appearance for days. And I'm just excited that we have a dialogue. with him.
I've been a guest on a bunch of podcasts. I did a couple Spanish podcasts. I did Steve-O, and everybody has led with, how about those balls in the ass guy? Everybody.
It brought so much joy to so many people at such a tough time.
Yeah.
Just
Really was
like
great.
Wood did,
Yeah.
Heroes.
Yeah. So then everyone's like, hey, so you you brought the balls in the ass guy to people's attention, and the big black cock sitting on the edge of the bed. That's kind of your wheelhouse. And I'm like, I think so.
Sounds about right.
Yep. That's what I'm
What
known
you
for.
got, fool? But wait, what are they contributing to this pandemic?
Exactly.
Nothing, bro.
All right. You ready to start the show?
Yes.
Let's do it.
Who is Randy?
Don't bring anyone mother into this.
Welcome to your mom's house with Tom Segura. And
Christina Pajitsin.
welcome to your mom's house.
Tommy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that great?
I was just thinking, how many farts has our nanny heard?
Oh, yeah.
We think like she's not listening. She hears our farts.
She's heard the farts.
And I just had this fantasy of like when we stop working with her, when our kids are grown, I want to bring her in and be like, "What's the worst thing you've heard us say and do?"
So many farts, so many burps.
Like, you guys fucking all the time.
Many words that get you cancelled.
Too much jetting, all the jets.
All the jets, all the day. So that, if you're listening, that fart that you heard was live on the Golf Channel. That was a guy teeing off and then ripping a fart as the tee off mic picked it up, and then you hear them talking about it. And they're like, Jesus, man! Like,
Is he Australian?
Maybe the guy
I
who said
love it.
something. There's nothing that feels better though, you know, like an open air fart like that somebody else can also get a little whiff of. You're out there with your boys, you know,
No.
tee off, and you're like, oh, feels so good.
I do love an open fart like that.
Yeah.
Like where you just know you're alone.
Yeah.
Or there's nobody in earshot.
Right.
There's nothing more liberating than a fart like that.
On that one too, you can tell that felt good,
Yeah.
and like, you know, it had like some force behind it, but he didn't shit himself or anything. It's just,
Yeah.
it's a win-win.
Right.
You know?
Tom, you're absolutely right. And
Yeah.
I would say though, the timing is that he bent down and that's when the fart came out. Now, I normally would be a little nervous to do that because of sharding.
Yeah.
But
Well,
like you said,
this
he
man
got
knows his
lucky.
body, you know? Yeah, he knows his body. So look, I guess we should bring up before we go through the stages of quarantine. Today, Nadav just didn't show up.
What the hell?
We don't have to file missing persons report by law for 24 hours. No one's been able to reach him via text,
you
via
bring
phone call.
It's interesting that you bring up a missing person.
Well, I'm just saying. I'm not saying that
We're not
he is
there
yet. I'm just saying that he didn't answer phone calls, texts, emails. We didn't do a safety check because we're not there yet. But, you know, he could be missing. I don't know.
Maybe he's just sleeping in, you know.
He never just sleeps in.
Well, we record this is morning. It's only 10 a.m. right now. He could just have slept through his alarm. You know, there's no need to be worried just yet.
No, I don't think so. I think it's.
You think he's dead in his
No, I
apartment?
wouldn't say he's dead. I'm just saying I think something's going on.
Really?
Yeah.
Like what?
I don't know.
You think he started doing drugs?
Maybe.
Heroin?
Maybe he's hitchhiking. Maybe he's.
Hitchhiking?
I don't know what he's doing.
Is he hitchhiking?
No one's heard from him. Zolo? Or, I'm sorry, better Nadav?
I have not heard from him. No.
No? Okay. See?
Better Nadav. Is that his name for today?
I think so.
Yeah. Better Nadav.
Better Nadav.
Okay.
Not here. Gosh, I hope everything's all right.
I do
So,
too.
maybe he's in the hospital. That's another one we haven't done. We haven't called the hospitals. You're supposed to do that, I think, when someone's missing. You call the jails.
Oh gosh.
You call the hospitals.
I know he said he was into gambling. Do you think maybe he got his legs broken or something? From
Gosh,
the
I would be
Shiloh?
so sad if that happened. if he owed a debt that he couldn't pay and somebody.
Because he really loves money and
He
gambling.
does love gambling. He loves gambling.
Uh-oh. Maybe
Yeah, I don't know.
God, I wonder what he's doing.
Maybe he's just sweating it out at a blackjack table somewhere. His addiction took over. I know that they have opened some casinos. I saw the saddest photos of just people at slots with masks on. And they're just like
Smoking.
smoking under the mask.
But oddly enough, I can see myself going that low in life. When I used to smoke, like I think for me that was the lowest because you just know you're killing yourself, but I enjoyed it so much.
It feels good.
Yeah.
I miss it. I mean, I don't say I miss it, but I do feel like with
Mr. Tom's farts are so powerful.
alcohol, it's a fun thing, you know?
Yeah, I liked smoking when I was drunk. That was probably my
A
favorite.
beer and a cigarette?
Oh fuck, bitch.
Yeah.
I liked it after a meal. That's true.
That was a good one.
I loved it.
I liked it post set.
Yeah.
Get off stage.
Oh, it's the best.
Light
cigarette.
one up. That was a great one too.
Or even before a set was my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
I loved it when I was thinking. I loved it when I was nervous. I loved it. I just love to smoke a lot.
Yeah.
And now I just replaced the habit. Now I feel feelings a little bit more.
Sucks, right?
It sucks, yeah.
I know. Quarantine, we're talking about our stages of quarantine.
It's like stages of grief, I've realized.
It kind of is. I mean, we had the, let's see, there was the fear stage of is the world ending?
Well, no. Yeah. I think everybody collectively.
The initial shock of it all.
But see, I went into hyperdrive. So like my stages personally, I can go through them, is like fear and anxiety. I already had the toilet paper on back order, so I felt good about that.
Mm-hmm.
I went into anxious food prep. I was cooking nonstop, and that's when I became quarantine wife.
What's with the throat clearing? Do you know how much people hate hearing that?
It's fine.
No, it's not fine.
What should I do?
I don't know. Why are you doing it though?
Because I had phlegm in there.
But why? What's causing it?
I don't know. Coronavirus? What do you mean?
I mean, you've done it a few times. I'm wondering if there's something causing it.
No.
Okay.
You're going to interrupt my stages of quarantine?
For phlegm clearing? Yeah, it's worth talking about. I mean, it's like 4 or 5 times now where you're like, and then, so I'm just wondering if something's going on. That's all.
I don't know.
Okay. I mean, I'm
I think,
concerned for you.
honestly, you know what I think it is? The caffeine is an expectorant. It brings up the phlegm.
Aha. That's what I'm saying. There's
Okay, so what did you do in the beginning of anxious and fear? How did you respond when everybody was like...
It was an internal anxiety that first it was just an anxiety that I tried to quiet. So it was a low level hum, you know?
Right.
Where I was like, bad things are happening. Ignore them.
Yeah. See,
like
I do the opposite. I go to the world is ending. Everything's horrible. I need to get supplies. I need to make the world as safe as I can. I'm going to prepare. I go into like Marine.
Yeah.
Because that's what I did. I was like, we're gonna beat this.
Yeah.
I go crazy.
Then what?
So you chose to ignore, is what you're saying.
Kind of. It's
You're
just that
tuning out.
it's not tuning out. It's not as bad as they're saying it is.
Not all right. Yeah, you did. You diminished the danger.
Then it was kind of nice to have this kind of time off.
The euphoria
from like I would say the competitive world.
Yeah.
Like we're in a very competitive world. It was permission to not compete because it wasn't even possible to compete.
Yeah.
Then
but what behavior did that manifest in?
Well, that was like, it was sort of like I don't know what to do with myself, I would say, is one stage of it. Like, what do I do with myself? If I can't work at stand-up, what can I work in? Then I found things to work in. So I put together a book proposal. You know, we were working on a development pitch. So it was like put your energy into other creative things, podcasting. So it was like find new places to work in.
Because we snapped into action. Actually, I remember when this first came down, we were like, we need to do a special YMH broadcast. We need to broadcast from the bunker.
Yeah.
And we wanted to immediately get on here and tell everybody, like, it's going to be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. And then I immediately went into cooking compulsively.
Yes, you did.
I was cooking different recipes from people around the world that I was friends with. And then that got into wig buying. I immediately I stopped cooking and then I bought wigs on Amazon.
I had a shopping phase of quarantine. It was more towards the beginning. In the beginning, I started to buy all type T-shirts, pants, shoes. I bought a bunch of sneakers, and they kept arriving at the house week after week. I was like, "What the fuck am I doing? Like, why are they like what? You know?" Then I realized that it was like a reaction to it wasn't like a necessity thing. It was like doing something.
Well, plus like the package shows up so much later.
Yeah.
So when you have
everything's shipped late now. So you order something, then a month later, I'm like, whose shoes are these?
Yeah. You're like, oh, I'm no longer in that state of mind. This doesn't feel as good anymore.
Then I had a real like thing of exercise because I actually had a fear of getting super fat in quarantine.
Me too.
And I know that people have, and I know people who have gained weight.
Me
So I was like, I
too.
don't want to be one of those people. So I got on a meal plan and a workout plan, and I got really into it. Then just the last weekend was terrible. Like the eating and drinking was a bad weekend. I'm saying like
for food
and booze. I just felt like I went crazy.
Yeah, because then I went in after the wigs. I went into compulsive eating, like out of control, and then compulsive drinking and eating on top of it. So then I was like, "Whoa, I'm fucking the points right now." And then I went into Etsy, buying necklaces on Etsy, and then I went into buying 80 sweaters on Etsy.
Yeah.
And then I reined in my eating, and then I started exercising and eating better, and then I would drink every night. And I'm like, "Why aren't I losing weight?"
You're like Bert with Kool-Aid.
yeah, I was such an idiot. And so now
you're like, I'm doing everything right, but I'm having these 3 glasses of wine.
I'm such a dope.
Yeah.
And then now I'm like, I think I'm just tired. Like I'm tired of all the shit that I've been doing to not feel anxious.
Right.
I'm exhausted from being anxious.
Same. I'm exhausted. I'm so tired.
Yeah.
You know who's not tired? Do you remember this guy from a few weeks ago? He had this thing about.
I certainly got something interesting in the mail today.
This guy's the best.
Delta White custom mouse pad.
Yeah, this guy's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, this guy's great.
What about him?
Well, he has a new video about a different topic.
Oh.
I didn't realize this topic could exist.
I'm pissed.
Oh, there he is.
The fuck off. I'm getting comments on my videos saying I'm Russian this, I'm Russian that, when I'm really actually Jewish. This is my Jewish kippah. It's a Jewish headwear. Jews put it on their heads.
I thought he was Russian. He's just he's
it's interesting to
TikToked.
actually see him.
He's just talked, right?
I don't know. I feel like he's also maybe not connecting something, which is that he could still be Russian and a Russian Jew.
Oh,
He's like, people are saying I'm Russian. I'm not. I'm a Jew.
Right.
But like, I mean, you could be Russian
Sure.
and Jewish.
Right.
It's not like
They're not exclusive. Mutually
sure.
exclusive.
It's like if somebody was like, I'm not Chinese. I'm Jewish. I just happened. I was born in Beijing. And you're like, yeah, no, you're still a Chinese Jew though.
Yeah.
Like,
So, are you suggesting that he may be Russian born and unaware of it?
I mean, I don't know if he's gonna. I hope he addresses maybe his country of origin.
This is my fucking Jewish toilet.
Oh, yeah.
Jews put it on themselves for prayer.
Okay. So far.
This is my fucking Jewish prayer book. Hebrew letters. My fucking Jewish prayer book has words in Hebrew and English.
Okay.
boy.
I don't know about if all the cursing is necessary to like. I don't know why it has to be a fucking Jewish prayer book, and as opposed to this is my prayer book.
I don't need it. You know who would really enjoy this? Nadav.
I know, but he's a missing person.
New Nadav.
So-
Are you enjoying this? Because you too are Jewish.
I am. Yeah, I love this guy. I think it's really cool.
Do you feel like that it's necessary to say that I'm not? People are saying I'm Russian, but I'm not. I'm Jewish. Does that make sense?
I don't know if it makes sense because he's definitely Russian.
Because he is, right?
Yeah, definitely. But it seems like he doesn't like that.
He doesn't like being. He doesn't like identifying as Russian. It's almost like he's fluid identity. You know, he has a
Wait
fluid
a minute.
identity.
Are you saying that he's transnational?
He's
Have we just
transnational.
invented a new category of being?
It's possible.
Wait a minute.
I just don't know why he so hates his mother tongue and origin.
Dude, he's transnational.
Yeah, it is. Isn't that a weird thing though? When somebody goes, I'm not from my country of origin. I'm my religion, and you're like, but that's a religion. You're still, would identify
As something.
just by your country of origin, right?
If anyone posts comments on my videos saying I'm Russian this, I'm Russian that, I don't care if you're fucking subscribed to me or not. I'll fucking block your ass permanently.
Okay.
Well, he's really not not
you know,
cool with that at
this
all.
brings up an interesting debate. Is his accent Russian or just retarded? Because maybe he's just talked and he's got like a different accent and he's talked. Do you know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Is that a new game we can play? Russian or retarded?
Okay, so there's another one that's kind of cool that he had.
I paid $13 for this mouse pad. They have no posters of Delta White. Just these two fucking mouse pads. A double dose of Delta for my mousey.
Oh my God, he's so R-worded.
So I realized that he enjoys the word fucking.
Yeah.
Because these are my fucking mouse pads.
Yeah.
This is my fucking Jewish prayer book.
Yeah.
This is my fucking kippah for my fucking head. And I'm not fucking Russian. Wow. All right.
Yeah.
So he's just fired up.
He's fired up.
And maybe, like you said, the R word. So one thing I forgot to mention is one of my latest stages of quarantine.
Yes.
Is that I'm really into chiropractic videos on YouTube.
Yeah. You know, and you've been watching these in secret.
I watch them
when do you
all
watch
the
this?
time. All the time.
Like when we're in bed together?
I watch them in bed. I watch them like to wind down, like get home. You know, when we get home today, I'm going to go downstairs, work out. And when I'm done, I might watch some of these for a while.
So weird.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
And it is, I mean, I guess there's people are, ASMR kind of thing. I don't have that, but it's like, I enjoy Dr. Joseph Cipriano. I watch his stuff all the time. Is he in South Carolina? This is a compilation. Sometimes I watch a full adjustment. So they come in, they check you out, right? They see how you're standing. Oh, this shoulder's up right here. And they see obvious things. Then they lay you down. A lot of times this doctor and a lot of them will lay the feet next to each other and see that one is longer than your right side is 2 inches here. We're going to adjust your hips. And I find it very relaxing. I find it very relaxing to I don't know. It's almost like you feel like it's happening to you and you can identify with the relief that the patient feels.
Yeah.
And I also find it fascinating that these doctors, so understand the mechanics and the anatomy of the body. Like that's one of the fascinating things is they go, oh, you know how like your shoulder right here is like this? It's actually because of something down here. Like they know how it's all connected. I find it really interesting. What does it take to become a chiropractor? Like, what do you have to do? Oh, wow, you really pulled that up quickly.
Whoa, that was fast.
Wow, new Nadav.
Jesus.
Better Nadav.
Yeah, I would say better.
Can you make that
Nadav.
bigger? Is there any way you can, like, increase the...
Jesus, Solo, you just Googled that right now?
Let's see.
Dude, millennial Nudadov is faster.
Yeah. Okay, so...
Jesus.
Chiropractors must earn a Doctor of Chiropractic degree and a state license. Doctor programs typically take 4 years, to complete and require at least 3 years of undergraduate college education for admission. Wow. Yeah, it's impressive. Like, I love that they see you walk in and they're like, oh, something's going on with your C3.
Yes.
And they just
know.
watching them. Yeah. And you watch them,
but
like they'll reach under, they reach under the patient and they're like, oh yeah, this is the tendon right here. And they just feel it immediately and then they work on adjusting that. I don't know. I find it very...
The videos give me anxiety.
Really?
Though. Well, because I've been to a chiropractor and the whole time I'm like, oh my God, is this when I get paralyzed? Especially, look at that. I mean, how do they practice this crap?
You know what I would like to do is maybe take our staff and adjust all of them for free and just see what the results are. And like I've watched plenty of videos. I kind of know what I'm doing.
Like the 10,000 hours of practice.
Yeah. Like I definitely can crack your guys' backs. I'm not so confident in my ankle work, but I do feel like
that one's the worst.
I could really work wonders on your necks.
And then we can get everybody free wheelchairs too.
I feel like up first we should have Potter so that if I make any mistakes, I feel like he'll be the most forgiving, Like I'll get him a real cool chair, like the kind you can blow in to make it move, and I'll get him one of those. I'll get him one of those eye things where when he can look at the letter, and then the computer will be like A, C, A, and that's how he talks to me.
Christopher Reeves, was he down to? Did he do that, or he just did the?
I don't know. He was real.
That was really messed up.
Yeah.
Wait, but how do they practice their adjustment work? The kind
I don't know.
like, do they literally take homeless volunteers or something?
I don't think that's what they do.
But who volunteers?
You guys homeless? You want to get your backs cracked? No.
But it's like, so maybe they have to be homeless. Homeless people are like Yoshis of the world that are like, sure,
right.
whatever. You can. How much money am I making? $10?
I just think there's a lot of supervision.
Wait,
I think
hold
that's
on
what
though.
it is.
But can you get paralyzed from a bad chiropractor?
I'm sure you could.
You could, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's so risky. Like, especially, you know which one I hate the most is when they do this one, Tommy. They go, one, okay, on the count of 3, you ready? 1, 2, and then they do that, and you're like,
that's how they do the next. The other thing the chiropractors
like
are always
it.
telling you, they're like,
I don't like that.
okay, let me do it. And they'll like
Oh,
grab
I hate
something.
that.
And then they're like, okay, you're just let it go. I've got you. I'm in control. And then the person's still like, huh? And they're like, okay, you got to, I've got your arm. Okay. I've got it. And they're like, okay.
What's your favorite thing to crack? What do you like seeing them do the most?
I guess it's things that I want cracked on me.
I don't like it. Which
So,
one?
Back.
Yeah.
and-
Lower? The lower one?
No, like the mid back feels like the best. And then I like the ankle ones where they do this thing where they put kind of like their quads, like their knees around your ankle, like just above your ankle, and then they pull back with their whole, and then you can hear the ankle pop like that.
Ooh.
I like it. Feels good.
Yeah. I was enjoying watching this woman clean her jar of jelly. She just wiped down the lip of the jar.
Satisfying.
I was like, oh, that feels really good inside.
Yeah.
I don't do stuff like that in my personal life, but I appreciate it when I see it.
Do you want to get into a couple of these emails real quick?
Would love to.
So, about a week ago, we asked the question that we were desperate for answers for.
Her yummy pussy.
And that is, what's more tiring? Getting pounded in the vag?
Yes.
Or pounded in the butthole?
Now let's just to recap our positions here.
Yeah.
I would guess getting pounded in the butthole because you're flinching and you might be anxious about what's happening.
I thought so too. It just depends on, I guess, on the person. So you ready for this?
Yeah.
Hey, mommies, Christina's points for why butt stuff would be more tiring makes sense if you're someone like her that's not into butt stuff.
Not into it.
But I'm not Christina. She sees the prep as a chore. I equate it to the excitement of getting ready for a junior high dance.
Oh.
Bracing and clenching would make you tired if you did, but just relax, like Tom says. Anything is possible with lube. Christina's V's contentment with I've been there, I've done that is I'm bored. Anal sex is like the excitement of running in the New York City Marathon, and being fucked in the pussy is like running around track at the YMCA.
Oh, wow.
I'm not as exhausted after because anal sex always gives me that NRE since it's a more of a special occasion due to the preparation required. But if there's one thing I know about women and anal, it's that opinions vary wildly.
Yes.
So I'd love to hear from the other genes, and that's from Abby. So Abby is saying that because she loves it up the butt, she doesn't find it exhausting.
And that would make perfect sense for her because she likes the prep. She likes the 20 times enema and dicks in her butt. So
But
Abby's got emotional problems, and that's fine. That's her thing.
Let's see. I'm currently watching episode 558, and to answer your question on butt fucking, it's way more tiring. I'm an escort, have been for years, and can take a number of dicks on the daily. And anal bookings are another level. It takes a lot out of you, and I'm not exactly sure why, but I remember a day when I had a particularly heavy anal day, and I was physically exhausted for a few days afterwards to the point where I haven't done anal since.
Wow.
That's from L.
Elle is a woman.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if it was a man or a woman.
Yeah.
So she's an escort. So by profession. So she's
a
getting it
professional.
both
Yeah.
in the vag and the rear. So
And
she's a great one to.
Yeah, but
ask.
then again, it kind of goes back to Abby's point, where it's a thrill for Abby and
Right.
therefore not exhausting.
Right. It's like when you're excited for the event, it's not tiring.
Exactly.
It's exhilarating.
Because when the average, let's say, person goes, oh, but I gotta like give myself the enema. Abby's going like, I get to give myself the enema.
Yeah, I'm getting prepared for Christmas. Yeah.
Different.
It is, yeah.
Another email. After hearing your question last week, I talked to my wife, since we butt fuck a lot, like once a week. Her answer was blowjobs are the most tiring.
Wow.
Butt fucking and vagina fucking are about the same. However, when I asked her to really make a call on it, she said vagina pounding is more tiring.
Wow.
The reason is because she only lets me put it in the butt when she's really excited about our sex. And the vagina can get dull if I'm going longer than she wants sex to last, but that does not happen often. Hope this helps, Sam.
Okay.
Kind of goes back to the same point. If it's a thrill for you, why would it be exhausting?
And much like Christmas, I love the holidays, and so decorating the house and getting things ready is exhilarating for me. I enjoy that process.
Should we continue down these emails?
I love to hear this stuff. I love it.
Hello, Jeans. Recently watching the podcast, you asked if one gets exhausted from butt sex. I'm here to answer that question. It is no. I personally prefer anal over vaginal. The cleaning and preparation is not as exhausting as it seems. You just need good lube. Uber Lube is a personal favorite and a good partner. If you have a partner who knows what they're doing, you won't even need lube. It's also possible to achieve orgasm through anal sex. P.S. Keep feathering it. Emily. P.P.S. If you have any more questions, feel free to call or email.
Oh,
I should give their
geez.
phone number
Oh,
here.
thank
All right,
you.
Emily. I'm sure the
So
staff
that's-
won't abuse that number.
No. That's a few for butt sex not being tiring, which
I mean-
I'm shocked, frankly.
It's really impressive. Let's see, one more here. I hope my insight can be aired on the show. Anal doesn't physically tire me out, but emotionally, it feels more aggressive and the orgasm is deeper. Very emotional afterwards. Kind of like how taking a difficult brown can drain you emotionally, but in reverse. I hope this makes sense and gives you a deeper perspective on the issue. Thanks for reading, Bethany.
You know why? Now that I just had a flash of insight, Gene.
What's that?
Like why I'm not really interested in anal is because brown is so yucky, caca poo poo,
Yeah.
yuck, that to put it anywhere in a sexual context for me is just impossible.
But you don't have to have the caca there. You can take all the caca out.
Right, but then I again to prep by taking all the caca out, it still makes me feel like why am I dealing with caca for fun sex?
Look,
I don't like the caca involvement.
I understand, and I think more to the point of these ladies that do, it's about what excites
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. No, I
What do you
know.
love? What feels good? And obviously, you know, like they said, if you love what you do for work, you don't have to work a day in your life.
If you don't like the weather today, wait until tomorrow.
So
It'll be different.
if you like anal, then you should never not do it because it feels good. I think that's the old saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
I'll make you come.
I love that guy.
Not me.
He's the best.
I'm trying to think. You know, Bert is disgusting.
Yeah.
And on Two Bears, you guys have really uncovered a lot of his hygiene. He doesn't brush his teeth until like midday.
Can I tell you what is crazy that I did not at all expect? And this is the truth. There was a number of people that were like, yeah, I also wait to brush my teeth.
That is insanity. That is insanity.
And like some of them, like, you look at their profile picture and they look like a seemingly normal person. And their argument was they're like, well, who brushes their teeth before coffee? And they're like, I'm going to have breakfast. Why would I brush my teeth before breakfast? And you're like, so you wake up with morning mouth and you're like, just going to kind of get my day started without cleaning that up.
Yeah, the morning mouth taints the flavors of your breakfast
Of
and
course.
taints the flavors of your coffee. And you
And
can
bacteria has grown overnight.
stop.
That's why your mouth
Oh, stop.
tastes like a dead dog's dick. It's
Yeah.
because you slept and that shit was just closed. And now, hey man, how about if your whole thing is, I don't want coffee and mint. I got a wild idea. How about you rinse your mouth with a little water after you brush it?
Yeah, yeah.
You know, maybe count to 10 and let it go away and then have coffee.
See, if old Nadav were here,
yeah,
he probably would say, I don't brush until the afternoon.
I am absolutely in fear to hear what his perspective is.
Do you want to put money on it?
Rest in peace, Nadav.
If Nadav is still alive,
yes,
I'm willing to bet money that he does not brush until like midday too. What do you think? Let's put $50 on it.
Fucking.
What time?
What does this booth do? Do you guys brush
and
after
be
you
honest?
Yeah, be honest. Do you?
Zolo, new bestest Nadav.
I brush in the first like 10 minutes probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same.
And he's clean. Josh, no way.
Chris?
Oh, Chris for sure. Chris is a sweetheart.
I'll be honest with you. When I was younger, I definitely brushed midday, but I don't anymore because I grew up.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, that makes sense.
Of course. I cannot believe this is like that this became even a discussion.
Well, I knew somebody, and we've discussed this before on the show, but it still baffles me. They had a mother who wouldn't brush until the afternoon. I'm talking after lunch, after coffee, after everything. And they asked her why, and she was like, I don't like the minty taste of toothpaste. And they go, well, there's many flavors.
Yeah, there's not only one flavor.
Yeah,
like if mint is your issue.
Yeah, there's vanilla. I mean, the vanilla chocolate flavored.
Yeah,
there's
you can get a children's toothpaste.
bubblegum flavored. There's cinnamon.
There's like the neutral flavor ones, you know, like the Arm & Hammer.
Yeah. That's crazy town.
You don't have to be like, well, I just don't like mint. Great, don't buy mint flavored toothpaste.
But
stop being gross.
But I'm curious about how nasty Bert lets his junk
everything
get. Yeah,
oh, everything.
Do you think his dick and balls just smell bad?
Oh, he doesn't wear underwear. Yeah. Never wears underwear. So
I gotta
whatever
ask Leanne.
Sweat and funk. And do you think he's like a thorough wiper?
No.
Like where he's like, I gotta make sure. I gotta make sure that paper is all white. No. Also, he just started wiping with his hands.
What?
There.
What?
He figured it out like a few weeks ago, where he ran out of toilet paper, and so he used his finger to wipe. And then he goes, "It's so like efficient," and then I just wash my hand afterwards.
Like a fucking.
Yeah.
You know, I hear they do that in the Middle East. That they wipe with their hand. That's why you serve with the, what is it? There's a saying they use.
Right.
They wipe
you
with
shake with your left hand because you wipe with your right.
Yeah. So it's not culturally.
I don't know if that's even true.
In the Middle East, they told me not to.
Did I get the Tristan email?
I have it, Mommy.
Okay.
Let me read it.
Oh, what is that about?
Wait, but let me just talk from personal perspective. How nasty have you let yourself gotten with a chick?
I remember one time that I missed out on sex.
That was like right there.
I remember when I missed out on sex one time. But this was like it's not exactly the same thing, but so there was this girl. I was a sophomore, and there's different housing. Like freshman, we lived in dorms. Sophomore year, you can move to this these buildings that are like condo units almost, and they're in a plaza. And so across the plaza, this girl lived, and I met her, and she was like kind of wild child, like you know what I mean.
You like those skanks, you really do.
She wasn't a skank,
but
she wasn't a nice girl.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like you like sluts, you like girls that put out, dish it out.
No, I mean whatever. She was nice. She was kind of you could tell she was kind of a wild child a little bit, you know. So we hung out and. I think we had dinner, and then we're back, and she goes, come up to my place, and I go over to her place, and it's getting late. Like it's late, and we do have class tomorrow. We have I think tests or something, and I just feel diarrhea like coming, you know, like my stomach going like, and you can feel it in your gut. She's like, this is a bad one.
Yeah.
And she's like getting comfortable in the bed, and I was like, I gotta. You know, I could have been like, I'm going to use your bathroom, but I was like, I know what this is going to be.
No way.
So instead of being like, I'm going to shit and come back, or I got to grab something, I was just like, I'm going to go back to my place. I got an early morning, you know, because this is only like the first time we went out or second time.
Yeah.
I was like, there'll be more opportunities.
Yeah.
So I went back, and here's the thing. I shit so loudly and so badly that it was It was a shared bathroom between. It was like our bathroom, my roommate and I, and it's the bathroom is in the middle, the shower and the toilet, and then there's another. Two guys live on the other side, so you share that bathroom. They knocked on the door and they're like, "What the fuck's going on in there?" And I was like, "What?" And they're like, "What is that?" And I was like, "I'm taking a shit." They're like, "That's coming out of your ass." They thought like something had broken in the bathroom. And then I looked down, it was just all black. And it was
not.
Yeah, it was.
Why was it black?
I don't know.
That's dried blood, babe.
Well, maybe it was blood. Okay. But it was
You're not
but here's the thing, it was so intense.
Yeah.
It was like that girl was describing. Like it was so intense.
Yeah.
That I felt emotional afterwards.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And I was like, because I was thinking of, do I go now? Do I try to go back to her place?
No way.
No, I was like, this is way too crazy. And I also don't know if there's a second wave coming. So yeah, I had to take a shower and I was like, oh my God. It was, and the sex was right there. I mean, it was waiting. And then, now here's the thing. So it never came to fruition with that girl. And then like a year later, not even, maybe 9 months later, I was back in that area early for the next year of school. And she was at a party and she'd already had a kid. So she got pregnant between that time. Yeah.
Could have been your baby.
And another girl who this is not a gross thing, but another girl that I was like making out with and blah, blah, blah. And I didn't go, I was, she was like, I don't know. And I was like, all right, fine. She went to a different school. And the next time I asked about her, which was a while later, they were like, oh, she's had a baby.
Damn.
I always think about those, like, that would have ruined, those are life ruiners.
Could have been you, dude.
Life ruiners.
Yeah.
I would have been like 18, 19.
Yeah, it's easy to do. Oh my God.
Yeah.
One time in college, my freshman year, I took dieter's tea. Have you ever taken that?
Mm-mm.
Do you know what it does?
Makes you go caca?
Yeah, and I didn't know that. I just thought like, oh, it's a diuretic. It'll make you pee or something. And I drank it all day. It was a Friday night. And we walked from the campus to our friend's house, which was like a 15-minute walk in San Francisco. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then we're drinking beers. And then I was like, fuck, I have to really shit. And it was like a party and everybody was there. And it was one of those doors that was kind of loose, like anybody could still walk in. And I shit so violent shit. It's like dieter's tea makes you violent shit. And I was like, fuck, I can't, I'm so embarrassed. All like these guys were there and I looked really cute that night and stuff.
You're like, I just took a big shit.
Yeah, like how am I supposed to hide this? And
what'd you do?
Well, that's the thing. I was afraid I wouldn't make it for the walk home, So I had a few more rounds of diarrhea at this house. I would just go drop heat and then like walk around and pretend to be okay.
Hi.
Yeah. And then I eventually walked home when I felt like the waves had passed, but it was brutal. I was afraid I would flood their toilet. I flooded toilets at parties before too, shitting.
Yeah.
It's devastating.
It's a really neat story.
You got it.
So,
can I read Tristan's email?
Yeah, sure. What's it about?
I get to this. This is funny. So, hi, Mommy Tina. I can relate when you talk about finally coming to the revelation that you can buy 2 chargers. Remember, we only had one phone charger,
thing.
Or can install a mini fridge in your bathroom. My wife and I came to a similar game-changing revelation. Hold on to your tit cups and cue up the cat eating kibble. My wife and I do not share our sheets. We each have our own sheet/blanket in bed and never have to worry about fighting for bedding in the middle of the night, keeping our jeans high and tight. I mean, what do you fucking feel about that?
What do you mean?
I mean, don't you think that's like one step before divorce town?
No, it's so unorthodox to me. It just is. It more stands out to me as just strange because I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, how do you have other separate sheets?
Oh, they might have 2 twin beds. They can push them together.
It's strange to me. I don't think of divorce. I just think like, oh wow, I've just never heard of that.
I know I've never heard of people having 2 separate blankies.
No,
but I do feel like that. Then it hinders your intimacy because then I can't reach over and be like, hi, and touch you and stuff. I like that.
Yeah.
I don't mind stealing your blankies.
No, I know. I know.
You don't even sleep on. You sleep on top of them.
No, I have the blanket over me.
Oh,
I like
you like
it
it
over me.
nice and cold.
I like a cool room with a blanket over me.
Yeah.
That feels good. That's how you
Anyways,
sleep.
I thought that was an interesting idea. And if you
Yeah.
don't love your spouse, sure, go ahead and do that trick. If you don't mind being divorced in a few years.
It's it's very
Why
it's
not
interesting.
sleep in separate rooms too,
Yeah.
Tristan? Separate beds.
Oh, that really bothered you, huh?
Well, it's just, practical, but not romantical.
It's definitely not romantic, but I don't know.
Speaking of, do you mind if I bring up Dirty Dancing for a minute here?
No, go right ahead.
Well, I watched Dirty Dancing for the first time since I was a little girl, and it's such a fucking dumb movie. And can
I
I
haven't
tell you?
seen it in 20 years.
Well, the premise is, Baby, this nice Jewish girl, they go to a camp or whatever, the family,
yeah.
and she hooks up with like the dancer gigolo right under her nice daddy's nose.
I am a fucking Jew.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the whole movie is her just rubbing it in her sweet dad's face that
Yeah.
she's like the town whore.
Yeah, I don't like that whole thing.
I don't
either.
like it either.
I don't like that.
I mean, she's lucky enough to have this great family, and she's like, I love Johnny, Daddy, and Daddy, he's a dancer, and just because he's not like you, it's like, well, no, you misled your dad. There's also a thing where Dad thought that Johnny knocks up one of the dancers, but he misleads him to think that's the case. Do you know what I'm saying? Johnny doesn't stand up for himself and say, I didn't knock up that girl.
Yeah.
So the dad doesn't like Johnny.
Why doesn't he speak up for himself?
I don't fucking know, and it bothers me the whole time.
Yeah.
I hate that fucking movie. I hate it.
You
And
just watched it.
Yeah. It upset me.
Yeah.
The whole time I'm just furious that someone has a nice family and they're just being cunts about it, I would kill for a sweet family like that who didn't torture me.
Yeah, it would have been nice, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just to...
I know it's always like that though, that the person with the nice family setting goes, fuck this.
Yeah. What's wrong with you guys?
I don't know why that happens. This is kind of interesting, this video. I haven't seen it, but the topic, here, I'll just show it to you.
Absolutely. We all have different sexual and romantic orientations. I am demi and polysexual. Poppins is polysexual in the opposite direction, in that I am not sure I like women, and Poppins definitely doesn't like men.
Have you seen this?
Dude, my brain just exploded.
Thorn is asexual and not sure about if or who they like romantically. Vic is aroace. Red doesn't know but is pretty sure that when she grows up, she's going to like girls.
So this individual has multiple personalities. So they're listing off not just the personalities, but the preferences and the gender preferences and the identities of these different personalities.
Can you Google that?
Dissociative identity disorder.
Solo dissociative identity disorder. He just Googled it already.
Wow, that was really fast.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a rare condition in which two or more distinct identities or personality states are present and alternately take control of an individual. Wow. Yeah, this person's got a lot going on.
A lot.
Elizabeth is bisexual. Rylan is a baby. Pigeon is pansexual. We are all different.
Wow.
That's a lot to take on.
That's a lot. That is really quite a lot. Yeah.
Huh.
Pretty impressive. Pretty interesting.
That video didn't make sense until you said she's got multiple personalities. And then they have multiple personalities. And I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense. Which is crazy that that's the clarifying.
Sure. And there's a lot of personalities. I mean, they listed at least 10 names.
At least. And I didn't understand those different sexualities. They listed a few I'd never heard of.
Pretty exciting stuff.
Sure.
Congratulations to you and everybody that lives inside of you. Also, a huge update from Tommy Johns.
Oh my God. I just said demisexual and Zolo brought it up.
Yeah. You mean Better Nadav?
Oh my God.
That is a sexual orientation where people only experience sexual attraction to folks that they have close emotional connections with. In other words, demisexual people only experience sexual attraction after a emotional bond has been formed. I feel like that is so lame.
Oh, that's me.
Oh, really?
Well, I've never had like a one night stand. I need to have an emotional connection with somebody before I can let them put their peener inside of me.
I feel like demisexual just means female.
Yeah, I think so too. Wait, but there's no such thing anymore.
Well, you know what I mean. Like, I don't think, I mean, I bet you that's way more rare with men, where they're like, I just don't feel sexual attraction.
I agree. I feel like demisexuality is like, yeah, chicks.
Yeah.
Stupid fucking chicks.
Chicks are dumb.
Yeah.
So.
Whether you're new to the gym or you've been lifting weights for years, it's hard to find the right workout program and stick to it, which is why I love Fitbod. Fitbod is a smart fitness app that takes all the guesswork out of planning your workouts. Fitbod's algorithm factors in your goals, experience level, equipment, workout duration, and muscle recovery to intelligently craft the perfect total body workout program just for you. With each workout, the app learns your abilities and plans workouts designed to maximize your results. And by cycling new exercises into the mix, Fitbod keeps your workouts fun and fresh. And you know what I love about Fitbod, Gene? You don't need to have a fancy gym full of equipment. You can do it with no equipment even. They have so many wonderful workouts to choose from. Get a personalized fitness plan that helps you work out smarter at fitbod.me/mom. Try Fitbod for free for 1 month when you sign up today at fitbod.me/mom. That's 1 month free when you sign up at fitbod.me/mom.
This episode of Your Mom's House is also brought to you by Quip, my absolute favorite. You probably have a lot of things now that are delivered right to your door. It could be food, it could be toys, it could be a hose, it could be a wrench, it could be anything. It's all delivered, which is so convenient, and it helps you to, you know, not have to just leave your home. What's even more impressive is when something arrives on a regular scheduled basis, like new brush heads for your beautiful, incredible Quip toothbrush. Brushing our teeth is super important. Obviously, 75% of us use old, worn-out bristles that are ineffective, and even more people forget to floss daily, which is horrible. This is an electric toothbrush that has time sonic vibrations paired Quip's anti-cavity toothpaste. They have wonderful flavors and incredible design. We're huge fans of our Quips. That you can join over 3 million happy customers and practice good oral care easily and affordably with Quip, starting at just $25. And if you go to getquip.com/mom right now, you'll get your first refill free. That's your first refill free at getquip.com/mom. Quip, the good habits company. So our boy Tommy Johns.
Like that ass though. Take your Ubers.
You ready for the update?
Oh my God, I love him. Yeah. Oh, I hope he's okay.
Let's see how it is.
I just want to say, deadass, the reason why I'm wearing this fucking yellow fucking weird thing is my ass is going to be doing community service for the state of Utah. Woo! I got a DUI, baby.
Most people don't celebrate them like that, but that's exciting. Congrats, Tony.
Always
Anyways,
positive.
I just want to say, if you guys see me up on the freeway picking up trash and all this bullshit, feel free to honk your horn. You know, feel free to say, hey, Tony Jones, ladies man, out the window, and I'll wave back.
Yeah, let me finish that one for you, Tony. Looks like Tony didn't take his own advice.
Take your Ubers.
That's right.
That's why you got a DUI. It's kind of silly.
But I appreciate that
You
he's
shouldn't drink and drive.
Don't do it, it's bad.
but he's furthering his PSA message.
Yeah.
Like he's showing us how bad it is now, which is great.
It's great.
Tommy
really
Johns. Tony Johns. I missed him, and I'm glad to see he looks better. The last time he was a little strung out on something,
Who knows what it was?
and now he's back.
Yeah, he's doing much better now. Also, this is one of the funniest fucking things I've ever seen.
Okay.
Obviously, we're huge advocates of Robert Paul Champagne.
It's in my building, try it out.
And he has gone to great lengths to share his home address with the world. Okay, he's told everybody many times what it is.
I'll check it out.
And because of that, you can type in
Shut up.
his address in Google, and a lot of people have left reviews for his address.
Stop it.
Like, I didn't know this had happened.
Stop it.
I discovered this accidentally. So you type in his address,
$23.95.
and this is about his address. It's just, I'm looking for Elise in the Keys. Anyone home here now? Hey guys, I'm a local guide to provide you with relevant tips to improve your Google Maps experience. If you'd like to try it out, try it out. Try apartment 2C. That's if you type in 2395 Wagner houses. Notice a big uptick in the gang ex-con presence. Not that I'm complaining. Also, Bird is fat. People giving fucking 5-star reviews to that address. My neighbor kept bringing shady-looking people around, posting obscene videos on the internet. The amenities are nice though. It's just like so many. What is this? Oh, it says ignore. Okay. Anyways, there's tons and tons of, because these aren't actually the ones that I sent him. I'm not surprised that Nadav didn't do that correctly.
This is his failure?
Yeah, this is not even the ones that
oh, that's upsetting.
Yeah.
Ugh. Well, now I want to find him so we can berate him for his failure as a producer.
Yeah.
I think new.
Like, these are literally none of the ones that I sent him.
Oh, well, new Nadav would never let that happen.
Yeah, I don't know what. Like, he literally picked nothing
the dumbest
that I sent.
ones.
Yeah.
It's so weird. Maybe Zolo could Google 2395 Wagner Houses, apartment 2C.
There it is. And then there's reviews. There you go. That's what I sent him.
4.9 stars.
Right. And then you can read reviews.
Oh.
God, this was so fucking easy to do. See, these are the reviews. Very good place to try new things out. Robert was warm and friendly. At the end of our first night stay, Elise and the Key were presented to us with Robert's full blessing to stay as long as we would like. And you scroll down. Elise and the Key, that's mostly what you got to know, but Robert is so much more. Keep going down. Amazing fresh, warm drinks. I was homeless for a bit and got locked up as soon as I got out of jail. Robert gave me a free lease and a key. Hit see all reviews. And scroll.
Oh my God.
I mean, this is what I'm talking about. This is so great.
Dude, do you realize on Google, look, Robert Paul Champagne, that's his house. Like he's got a pin drop or whatever the fuck.
It was a nice apartment, but the dude refused to put pants on. Other than that, I couldn't complain. My favorite one is here from Ryan. I was told if I wanted to move in, I could move in. Not sure what I was missing, but I was only met with expecting looks, weird vibe. And you keep going. And yeah. Now, how he put this in the folder when I sent him this. See, I wish he were here and still alive, just so I could verbally berate Nadav for prepping.
Have we tried calling him?
No. Call the LAPD.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is amazing, you guys. Well, keep up the good
work. Do you
work.
see, new Nadav, how that was fucked up? Like, this is what I sent him, and then this is what I got?
Yeah.
It's a fucking disaster. Just the worst. Here's the other thing I wanted to send you. Our buddy, the best, our boy.
Imagine a pig with tits.
Norm got a new tattoo.
You're kidding.
Do you know this?
No.
Side of the head.
Wow.
Can you see what it is?
It's a dog eating a chicken.
Close.
A pig eating a chicken.
Eating a rooster. What's another word for a rooster?
I know.
A cock.
I got it.
Pigs eating cock.
Wow.
Pretty cool, huh?
That is
and
really cool.
New face tattoos with the eyebrows.
Are those ladybugs? Oh, he got his eyebrows tattooed on, and then are those ladybugs
I can't tell. Can you see what they are?
in between his eyes?
Like at the
tell.
inner edge here?
I think they're little pig snouts.
Oh, little pig snouts.
Oh, adorable.
Very cool.
Good, Norm. Looking good. I like the tattoos, actually. I like the eyebrows.
Yeah.
Pig looks good.
Little touch up there.
Yeah.
On the OG tat. And that's, I'm sure, the same guy that we spoke with did that.
Oh, he
so
looks
happy.
Great.
Yeah. That's really great, man.
Good for him. He's enjoying his retirement.
Yes, and he's been doing the Face app, so you can see him as a woman.
Oh, he looks lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good job, Norm.
Sissy Pig Norman Somerton. Wow, he actually that Face app thing really looks effective on him.
Yeah.
I didn't know that the on his stomach, some of that discoloration is from cigarette burns.
Oh, I did not notice that either.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah. Wow.
Congrats on all that, man.
Wow. Transformations.
Yeah.
He's really going full throttle, you know?
Yeah, he really is.
He's not living half a life. It's a full life.
He really does it hardcore. By the way, you know that closing song that people flipped for? Fart Simpson did it with, he put the song together. They made a music video with Mr. Clavicles.
What?
And the video, I'm sure they've posted it. They should have posted it on Twitter because that's where it can live. But I'll just give you a little taste of it here. It's unbelievable, the video.
Big black hawks, big black fucking cocks, big black hawks. Ready for some hard dick, baby.
Look at this. This we could show so far. We can show this, right?
Come fuck me, motherfucker. Ride my ass like a horse. Yeah. Yes, you wanna fuck me? I wanna fuck you. We're gonna fuck you up. Ride my ass.
Wow.
Maybe not that. All right.
Yeah.
Look at that guy.
Let's fuck. Oh, you like it, huh? Yeah.
Hey.
You like the fuck on my face, man. Cocksucker cowboy,
Wow.
motherfucker. Like that with my fucking hole, boy. Motherfucker's hot, man. Oh, yeah. Go team, go, man. Use this fucking go, man. Yeah. What the fuck? Let's fuck, baby. Officer, come dump here, man. Spray paint my fucking body, man. Fucking fuck it up, man. Give me a cum, boy. This man, this fucking goddamn dick, man. Yeah.
Hello?
Hey.
What's up?
Yo, Josh.
Who's this?
Wanna pop champagne?
You want to pop champagne?
Yeah. Call you Mr. Noodle Man. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna tear those tits off, man. Yeah, burning my tits.
What about your tits?
Smoking, stroking, man. I'm gonna burn my tits, man. I'm a real man. I can take it.
That's good. Whatever brings you joy, you know?
Shut the fuck up, man. I come to fuck that fucking hole, man. I want you to piss on me. I want you to piss. I want you to puke on me. You wanna shit on my chest and jerk me up with your shit?
What?
Motherfucker, licking your nuts, licking your sacks. You wanna milk my dick?
How big's your dick?
I'm gonna come. Yeah, go team, go.
Okay, bye.
I'm gonna come. Come now.
Wow.
I mean, come on. That's
oh my God.
fantastic.
Thanks for all the cum, Rob.
What a great duo. So that's Fart Simpson and Mr. Clavicles. That is just the perfect song and video. If you guys want to see it in full, like I said, we'll try to provide the link to where they've posted it on social media because I'm sure YouTube would not be fond of it.
I liked the gentleman in the white costume.
Yeah.
That was my favorite one.
Yeah. Well, how would you describe his clothing?
It was like a cowboy, and then he had a veil on his dong.
Yeah.
It was super long.
A dick cover.
A dick cover.
Yeah.
The purple dick cover was crazy, though.
They're pretty long, too.
Yeah, they're so long.
Yeah.
You think that's all real meat in there?
No, I think there's a little extra clothing there. You
Meat,
know?
yeah, attachments.
Little extra meat covering.
Yeah.
But, there's still some meat in there.
There's still meat, but it can't be that semi-hard all the time, right? Like, you'd have to stay semi-erect.
Yeah. You'd have to be blessed, as they say.
Hashtag. Hey, I was getting a Botox injected into my face.
Uh-huh.
And my plastic surgeon was saying that they can put fat now on men's penises to make it fuller.
Oh, I'll do that.
Really?
Sure. When?
Oh, I can make an appointment for you.
Oh, yeah, I'll do it tomorrow.
Great.
Make the call.
I'll call her up.
By the way, we can't go without, before we break here, without pointing out that I feel like we really opened people's eyes when we had Pierce on here.
Oh, my God.
People have absolutely flipped. about him putting his balls in his ass and talking to us about it. And yeah, so somebody said, hey, Tom and Kristen, I was intrigued by your balls in the ass clip. I decided to give it a shot. Despite having a pretty good hang, I was unable to stretch them far enough back for insertion. I did, however, press them into my taint rather firmly at times, and not surprisingly, it hurt. If you can get your balls in your ass, what else are you putting up there? Dave in Toronto. Well, Pierce has put a lot of things up there.
He has, and you and I were talking about Pierce a lot after we met him. And one of the things it was so funny because we were talking about him in the car, and I go, it's interesting that he could put his dick in his butt, but not at the same time as his balls. Those go to either side. And you were like, yeah, duh. What'd you think?
Yeah, of course.
Like you were like, that was the stupidest thing I'd ever fucking said. And I'm like, yeah, but you don't know what he can stuff in there because he gets butt fucked with his balls, his own balls.
By the
in
way,
his ass. So
that's the thing that I have not stopped telling people who have asked me about him. They're like, oh my God, you met him. And I was like, yeah, do you realize that he's put his balls in his ass and then been fucked with his balls inside? And I see people's faces just kind of go like they don't know even how to react. They're like, no one had ever floated this idea to me before.
I've never thought of it. But then you were almost angry with me at the suggestion that he couldn't do both his balls and his dick.
Yeah.
I mean, it's completely possible. And I throw the challenge to you, Pierce, if you can get your balls and your dick in there, maybe.
I mean, that's a pretty...
He'd have to put the nuts in first, and then comes the dick.
Okay, well, you heard the challenge.
What are you made challenge.
Of? I feel like you just said like, hey, Michael Jordan, I don't think you can drop 50 this game. What's up? And Pierce is going to be like, oh, you don't think I put my dick and my balls in my ass at the same time? Okay, that's all I need to hear. I just need to hear somebody doubt me.
Well, he did start the butthole challenge. Why can't he start the balls in your asshole challenge? Let's see how many guys out there can do what Pierce can do. Not many.
It's a very good point. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back. And we're back with everybody's favorite comedian, friend, streetwalker,
lover.
Everyone's friend?
Everyone's friend.
Wow.
The sweetest guy we've ever met in our whole entire life, Josh Potter.
That's so nice. What a nice intro. It's been a minute. I have some very pressing YMH news.
You do?
Yeah, and I mean, I also have news about Nadav too, actually.
Oh, what's that?
Well, I called the LAPD. I was in the lobby. I heard you guys talking. I didn't know he was missing. I haven't seen him in a while myself. So then I made a report, and they said they'll look at, I described him, and I was like,
wellness check. That's what it's called.
Right. Check on him. I was like, he's red-haired, he's bigger, a Jewish fella.
Mm-hmm.
Can you be on the lookout, Yeah. Because I haven't seen him in weeks.
Oh, cool.
So,
weeks.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen you guys in weeks either, but
right.
So I didn't know where he was. So I made a report. But also more pressing, I think, for the YMH world is this just dropped hours ago. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo said that we might be banning TikTok in the United States.
What?
Yes. I'm sorry. I knew it was going to devastate you.
Wait, what are you talking about? Because they're spying on us? Because the Chinese are spying on us and collecting data? Yeah.
I mean, this is what happens when you fuck with Daddy Trump's rallies.
Yeah.
This is the consequences.
Right.
You fuck with his rallies, you don't get your dances anymore.
Wow.
Oh, what the fuck?
Can you imagine if TikTok, the greatest source of information and entertainment that has ever come into our laps, becomes banned in the United States?
Who's the real Chinese here? That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Yeah. Well, it's really devastating.
Your mind in a pretzel.
Because this is my direct pipeline to psychos. Usually you have to wait for them to upload a video to YouTube, and then if they can do that, this is like direct access to really troubled.
Did you put in that?
Oh, hold on. May I plug the video I did of YMH Studios? I did a tutorial video. So you think you can talk, and I walk you through my methods of curating. So you too can curate a feed as pure and as wonderful as mine through this video.
Right.
If we get to keep the app. I mean, geez, I'm devastated.
It's pretty.
They're scared that China has your information. Are you scared that China has your
I
information?
mean, they've got a video of a guy shoving nuts up his butt.
Yeah.
That's the information they got from
That's
me.
what I'm wondering. I mean, well, are we going to delete all the apps that they stole our information on? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Maps.
Right.
Yeah.
And like things like that. My banking app. But yeah, so that's tough.
Oh.
That's really sad.
Yeah, but that's what happens, Maybe
India banned TikTok.
They banned it?
Looks like it. That's what it.
What?
They have some of the greatest. Some of your best talks are from India.
What am I
Ready?
going to do?
You
The
ready?
wedding videos.
You want the information?
Oh, yeah.
India's government banned nearly 60 Chinese mobile apps, including TikTok, citing national security concerns after a deadly clash between their militaries this month. While India has vowed to retaliate, it lags far behind China in military and economic power, leaving it with few options. But Chinese telecommunication and social networking companies have long eyed India's giant market and its enormous potential. About 50% of India's 1.3 billion citizens are online. Chinese apps were stealing and surreptitiously transmitting users' data in an unauthorized manner to servers which have locations outside India.
Damn.
Yeah.
It's on its way.
It's on its way.
Fuck.
Say goodbye. You got to find a new app.
What am I going to do?
Let's move on to something more
uplifting.
Well,
and
thanks,
happy.
Josh.
Some
No,
anti-Semitism.
I'm going to start.
Oh, yeah.
Great.
I thought. Have you seen Deshaun Jackson? A lot of athletes are doing activism right now. It's a time for that.
Yeah.
Being in quarantine, that's their stages of quarantine. And so Deshaun Jackson has decided to share.
Explain to the listener who Deshaun Jackson is.
He's a wide receiver who has reunited with the Philadelphia Eagles. He started his career there, and now he's back on the team, coming back for one last go around. And he's been on a lot of their very well performed teams. I mean, he was on the team in 2013 when
It's a real nice headline.
yeah. It's a great headline. I mean, I can't see it, but I'm sure it states what I'm about to tell you.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he was posting a lot of quotes from Louis Farrakhan, who is noted anti-Semite and homophobic person, leader of the Islamic Nation. And people were like, hey, a lot of those quotes seem anti-Semitic there. And he was like, listen, I don't have any hate for anyone. And then he was like, how can I really hammer home that I don't have any hate for Jewish people? He thought, I'm going to quote Hitler.
Oh.
So that's
Really?
the way that he doubled down. Yeah, he thought he would quote Hitler, and this is what the quote was. It turns out Hitler didn't even say it. But the quote was.
But he thought Hitler said it?
But yeah, he attributed it to Hitler. That was what he assumed said it. And the quote is, the Jews will blackmail America. They will extort America. Their plan for world domination won't work if the Negroes know who they are. Adolf Hitler.
Oh, huh.
So that was how he was
And
like.
then he was like,
I
now
don't have
what?
any love for. Yeah. He's like, checkmate.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's like, I just like to picture him at home being like, how can I prove I like Jewish people? I'm going to quote Hitler.
Let's see let's see how those jersey sales are doing.
But this is what's happening now. People are retroactively canceling Riley Cooper.
I remember that.
Because in 2013, another receiver for the Eagles, Riley Cooper, who looks like his name sounds like a fucking American flag off a Chevy.
He had tied one on.
He had a little
at a concert.
Kenny Chesney concert.
Yeah.
So, then he called a security guard a N-word. And
he said,
it was
I'll
on a
fight
video.
every N-word here.
Oh, yeah.
I remember that.
Oh, wow. And that was in 2013?
Right.
Wow.
And now people are like, you're racist if you cut Deshaun Jackson for being racist.
Oh, right.
Because you didn't cut Riley Cooper for being racist. So you're actually racist if you cut Deshaun Jackson for being racist.
Oh,
I think it's
boy.
important to note that didn't Riley Cooper go to University of Florida?
He was on that Tebow team.
Yes.
With Aaron Hernandez. And
I only point that out because the Gators behave this way.
I mean, that team was full of menaces.
Yes.
Let's be fair.
Yeah.
I mean, there were a lot of fucking.
I mean, Aaron Hernandez.
Oh my God.
He murdered a few people.
There was other criminals on that team that I can't even fucking think of right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a pretty
They had a
gross
squad,
team.
but they got that ring.
Hey,
they got a couple. Yep.
But in the sports front, I thought this was applicable because one of my favorite baseball bloggers wrote a blog entitled Look at this fat fucking piece of shit, Pablo Sandoval. Jared Carabas wrote this blog.
Really?
And it's because this picture leaked. You have the picture there, that picture that I noted for you.
It's so big.
Jesus.
And his, Pablo Sandoval is a veteran.
Big
He's
stomach.
always had issues with weight.
But I mean, that looks like he's got like triplets in there.
Yeah, he's been fat for a long time. And I mean, I've given you some other photos as evidence.
But wait, that doesn't seem fair that you could be called an athlete and look like that, right?
Well, that's my question to you as and we have Tom here, who is a product of positive fat shaming.
Yeah.
By Jared Carabas, the man who wrote this blog, is starting to, people are clutching their pearls, saying like, how dare you fat shame Big Panda. That's his name, Big Panda. But this man has actually, the reason he didn't sign with the San Francisco Giants when he had his contract up the first time around, he won 3 World Series with them.
Yeah.
He went to the All-Star game twice. They wanted to re-sign him, but they wanted to put a fat clause in his contract. Like, you can't gain X amount of weight. And he was like, I'm never going to be able to do that. So he went to the Red Sox, who didn't put a fat clause in. And then he got super fat. I mean, I have another picture.
Yeah.
I mean, so he's had these weight issues for quite some time. But hey, I say God bless him. He's made so much fucking money as a fat piece of shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, in this regard. And there's another story in that blog that he would fill his Gatorade bottles with Coca-Cola and then cramp up a few innings in and have to come out. And so it makes me ask you the question, can Bert play professional baseball?
Well, here's this thing. Bert claims that of all the sports and activities that he is a master in, which he claims to be a master in many,
right?
That baseball is his shit. That's what he's like. That's what he's good at.
Dude, if this guy can fucking do it, why can't Bert do it?
I don't know. What position does he play?
He plays a little bit of he's one of those like utility guys. But he plays first base and third base mostly.
Isn't first base like the
lazy position?
Athletic?
Yeah. Well, you have to get that stretch going.
You got to get that stretch going. You got to pay attention because obviously that's the first place that a runner is going to.
Right, and that's often where the play is going.
Right, but
so you have to kind of be on the ball there. Third base, I feel like, is the laziest.
Is he a decent hitter, this guy?
I mean, he was. I mean, he's been enough to fucking warrant a couple of contracts here and there. You know,
he actually looks like Bert in this photo.
That's what I'm saying.
Because
I feel
Bert
like
has
Bert
that
could play. Bert might be thinner than him.
Yeah, that's true. Bert has that hard round
Bert's
belly.
Tall.
And this is that same thing, that round, hard. Like I've been, And
he drinks Coca-Cola during the game. Like,
oh my god,
Bert could do that for sure, and not cramp
Kool-Aid.
up.
Kool-Aid, they would let him drink.
He would drink all that Kool-Aid. He would never cramp up. He ran a fucking marathon.
Does he drink full sugar Kool-Aid or like at least?
He said he drinks the low calorie Kool-Aid. Can you pull that up? Low calorie Kool-Aid, and let me know like what the.
That's got to be.
He has the packets.
Still, like how many calories is a gallon of low sugar Kool-Aid? It's got to be crazy.
Because Kool-Aid, there it is. I think that's the one right there. The low calorie mix. That's what he drinks. I don't know what the actual like nutritional information is on that, but that's what he loves. He drinks the low calorie one.
I didn't even know they still made Kool-Aid.
I didn't either.
Know,
I hadn't heard
neither.
somebody say Kool-Aid.
I thought it was like one of those things Michelle Obama got rid of. She was like, everyone eats carrots now. Kool-Aid is dead.
Or Tahitian treat. Remember that
I
shit?
don't know that one.
That's
okay.
like if you were poor.
So
you
there
had
it is. It's low calorie, right? 5 calories per serving.
Well, what's a serving? Like half a cup, but he's doing a gallon.
No, he's doing a gallon. But I want.
so-
Okay, does it say there? Yeah, can you make that bigger by chance? I don't know what that says. Okay, so maybe he's not so bad. The sodium's going to add up because that's per serving, and a serving's probably what, 8
half
ounces?
a packet says 1 gram.
Right.
There's no way he's doing half a packet though. He's doing a full gallon.
He's real big on pointing out all that vitamin C. Right there. Yeah, 6 milligrams.
But if this fella is putting Coca-Cola
is way crazier.
That's what I'm saying.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, aren't there a few other jobs where they make you watch your weight? Like I know flight attendants can't get.
No, that's old school.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, it's old school. That in the 50s,
What?
they'd be like, "Did you eat breakfast? Get the fuck out of here!"
Well,
Like, they didn't let you get on a plane like that.
Well, that was more.
They would measure your waist.
But there still must be a utilitarian
has to
purpose for checking weight of these flight attendants, because it's like,
Yeah.
you can't have a fucking house on there
But
weighing more than the drink cart.
Well,
you know
I've
what I
seen
mean?
some
Like,
big flight attendants.
bigger, but you know they
Stop
stopped.
it. Really?
They
Because
stopped shaming them for being like not pencil thin and hot.
That's
but they were
true.
like, now it's like if you're 400 pounds, they got to be like, listen,
You can't be 400
We
pounds.
have to clear out 6 rows because you're
Yeah.
working when
No.
you have a shift. So I
I've
mean,
seen some real dogs, though. I mean, I've seen like, I've seen a couple, 2 bills and
Sure.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Wait,
but
hold on.
in the 60s, that
Yeah.
was not.
I feel like it was
okay.
compounded though. It was like also for the planes purposes,
Okay, hold
but
on.
also for beauty purposes.
Read this, Tom.
Worth, let's see, a woman 5 feet 5 inches tall, for example, who's 24 years old, can weigh up to 133 pounds. And from 25 to 29, 136. A 40-year-old flight attendant may weigh up to 145 pounds, and flight attendant over 65 may weigh up to 158. That's from 1991. Those were the flight attendant rules.
I would be
back then.
too fat to be a flight attendant.
So would I.
That's wild.
Yeah. 2020.
Well, because
It's no longer 1965.
too bad.
They must have. Oh, you
There's
seem to be a
got to
healthy
be.
weight, it says.
Yeah, that's of course because I mean,
What's on that drop down? People ask thing,
you got to be sashaying up and down
Well,
the aisle.
that's the thing, because when I was
back?
When I was pregnant and I had a really hard time just
Scroll down. That first thing there. Is
walking
what
through
does
the
it say?
aisles just to go to
Yeah.
the bathroom, like when you're bigger, you literally just hit everybody's
Could you
chairs.
imagine? I did have a plumper one time that every time she passed me, my elbow was like, and
Yeah.
I'd be like,
I've had that.
fucking Jesus.
Yeah, every time. Yeah, I've had that.
Okay, read this. What's it
I've
say?
had sassy ones. No, it's the same thing. It's just saying that
Okay,
there's
wait.
no longer.
Specific numbers, but
No, there's no longer a thing, of course.
your
They-
weight must be proportional to your height, yeah.
There's no rules anymore.
Yeah, they can't like if you,
can
really
be
wanted to push it.
a pig if you want to.
That would be an interesting experiment to
pig if
see
you
if we
want
how big of a person we can get through the system.
I wonder what
You know?
year it changed, because it had to have been, I'm guessing, like, no, because they used to like measure their waists.
Yeah.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
You have to fit through the aisle.
Yeah, I mean, and also
You know where they still
the weight of the plane. It
they
makes
still do
sense.
it is in some of the international.
Yes, the
you get
European
on-
countries.
and you get on like Cathay Pacific, and you're like, whoa, everybody is like
Yeah.
dialed. I mean, and I flew. What's it called? What's the Qantas?
Yeah, that shit looks like the 60s.
Yeah, they
got
had
those hats.
I mean, yeah, and they were fully like the uniform was perfect, the big smiles, and there was no dogs.
Yeah,
It
they
was
had
all-
dimes galore.
Yeah.
But isn't that nice? I
Dime
mean,
Airlines.
sorry, I don't know
Oh,
what the
yeah.
problem is. Like, I want to
Oh.
look, even as a woman, I want to look at attractive, kind,
Everybody wants to look at
nice
attractive
people serving
Yeah.
me. I don't want angry, fat pigs.
No.
And the same goes for models. Like on the internet, when I do my online shopping, they have models that look as fat as me, and I don't like it. I don't want to see a chunky 44-year-old mom.
You know what I do
I want to
wish
see
they
this skinny, pretty girl that I'm pretending to be in my brain.
What's some animal they had become a model? This fat fucking. it was like she had like a beard and she was like, I don't know. She was 6 different genders, and she was the new like.
Really?
Yeah.
Probably like Gucci or something.
Something like that. I don't know what it is, but it was very upsetting. It made me go like, oh, never want to buy that again.
You know what I do wish the
doesn't make
diversity came into play for the airlines is I wish there were more cool black guys as flight attendants.
That would
Yeah,
be fun.
there's a few. I've had a few.
Yeah,
Like
me
real
too.
cool black guys and
Yeah.
just be like, I would never be scared on a plane again. Like if we're in turbulence and that guy's like, Psh, I'll be like, all right, sweet, okay, we're safe. You know
He's
what
a
I
cool
mean?
black guy.
Or-
yeah, and he's
or,
like composed.
Yeah.
And I like gay male ones too a lot. Those
Oh yeah,
are my
well they're
favorites.
just they're abound.
Yeah.
Oh.
Whoa.
Oh, interesting.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. We just had our lights flicker here.
Is that the ghost of Nadav
Oh shit.
haunting us? Is he gonna haunt us here?
He's like, I hear you guys fat shaming.
Where is he?
From beyond the grave.
I am a fucking Jew.
Gosh.
I did have one last story though
Yeah,
that I've
tell
been
us.
saving because I thought I wanted to talk to you about it so much. I don't know if you noticed, you love Jada and Will Smith.
Yeah.
Yes.
They've allowed someone else into their lives, if you haven't seen.
I heard about this. Yeah.
Jada and Will have allowed Jada to sleep with a gentleman named August. Is it Alsleen?
Wait a minute. Is this real or is this alleged?
Real. This is real.
Not alleged.
Yeah.
This is the man has come out to speak about it, and Will is on board. Will's like he approved of August sleeping with his wife. I don't know if he was there. That
I mean,
part
their
is
whole
up in the
thing
air.
has
Can I see a
been.
picture?
Yeah.
He is no slouch.
He's a young buck.
Wow, this guy, so lucky.
God.
Tom, do you think you could open your heart and your arms?
I mean, God, he must be just. Her pussy must be just made of.
Imagine, if you will.
What, Tom?
Donuts.
What's her coat?
Donuts?
What?
Did you say?
Donuts with jelly in them. Yeah.
Why? Why do you say
Because
that?
think about who she's locked down. She had Tupac. She
Yeah.
had Will Smith. She's got this young guy. I mean, there must be just like violins playing in there or something.
Oh, wow.
Don't you think?
No, sure. She has had some dicks.
Yeah.
Some real storytellers.
What's it say in this? Anything else? Does it say that he talk about it?
says
He had it in an
stands by
interview,
it.
yeah, and he said he got Will's blessing.
Wow.
Well, it's been rumored that they do have an open relationship.
Yeah.
That's a showbiz rumor. But this guy's saying he got the blessing.
So-
Not Will Smith isn't out saying
No, they haven't
gave,
disputed
right?
it though. They have not. It's not
Okay.
disputed.
Okay.
This has been
Wow.
approved.
Which guy do you think Will Smith got to fuck? Any guesses?
Do you have an answer?
I don't know. There's been some. I threw the question out there on Twitter. People came back with a few answers, a few theories.
Do you think he got to fuck a lady?
There's more speculation on the other side, but hey, who knows? You know. And I am wondering if Will watched.
And who is August?
Yes.
Alsina?
He's a musician. I found out.
Okay.
Very
I just learned
handsome.
about him.
Now he's going over to their house getting jiggy with.
Well,
it.
that's what I was going to ask you. You're in a marriage. You've Christina just asked you. Imagine like you're watching your Netflix, and dude comes downstairs. He's like, "What's up, dog?" She's asleep, bro. And then you guys just watch Netflix together. Like, what do you got on there? And then he just like posts up next to you. Like, are you cool with that?
Yeah.
That's what Will would be like.
And he's like,
What's
and then
up,
I
dude?
get up. He's like, hey man, will you bring me a drink?
Yeah. What you got in there, fridge?
Yeah. Be right back then.
Well, this family is certainly, they're always open about everything.
Yeah.
Like Willow came out, didn't she come
How
out
old
as
is this guy?
non-binary?
What's it say? What's his age?
He looks young.
27.
Ooh, 27.
Yeah. She's in her 50s. Ooh.
So he's pounding
Those
out
just
them
went
walls.
out again.
And they
Those
came
went
back.
completely out again.
They're on a
Yeah.
different thing than
Really?
the rest. Yeah, they're on.
That's strange, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
But the cameras and shit aren't on that shit.
Gosh.
I don't think.
That's pretty cool, man.
Wow. I mean, the truth is,
Maybe Will likes
that-
to watch though. That's the thing.
That's true.
Yeah, that
You know
could
what I
be
mean?
his thing.
It's whatever gets you going. Sometimes people put their balls in their ass. Sometimes people invite,
Yeah.
young guys,
Young
to come,
dudes to come fuck their wives.
But Will Smith is such a high-profile movie star. There is no way that he's like allegedly 100% faithful. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like he's had so many ladies thrown
Come
at him
on. Yeah, it's not even.
that I'm sure they've had to have an arrangement.
Some would say maybe he's even bored with the ladies.
You're really.
Wow.
You're really in on this, huh?
I don't know. I just
You
needed
think
something to
so?
spice it up. I've been really bored.
You think he's both
Been
ways?
real bored.
Both ways?
So wait,
He's very famous.
you were famously, you were really not doing well with quarantine.
Yeah.
And the lack of stand. Then you got to do stand up a few weeks ago.
Yeah, and then it shut down again. Everything.
But how was doing stand up?
it was fine. It wasn't as good as I realized coming out of that. I need to do it every day. I needed
Yeah.
to be back.
Yeah.
That was just a tease.
Just a taste. I know. It's like
It
you
was
do
too much of a
heroin
tease.
once.
And it was actually more depressing. Like I didn't.
Yeah.
It actually probably saved me because I didn't leave my hotel room once, other than to do the shows. So that probably was good for social distance reasons.
And how is, like, we went over our quarantine stages.
Yeah.
What are yours?
I've accepted it now. I feel like this is my life. I just do shoulder hair porn and tit cups, and I play video games for money. So that's what
It's a new life.
It's what I am. If comedy comes back, great. But I can live like this. I did it. My room is clean.
Ah, it is. So you've been keeping
yeah.
it clean.
Is your TV off of your bed?
It is actually. Yeah.
Wow.
On a dresser?
I mean, yeah.
Would you be willing to share a photograph of your new
Of course.
room? I'd love to see it. I'd love
I think
to
everybody
see it.
would.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'd like to see the new arrangement.
Yeah. Okay. The TV I put on the bed to play games still sometimes.
Yeah.
It's a habit thing.
Yeah, it's fine.
I kind of liked it, to be honest. But
well, it's probably easier for you to see, yeah? If it's close.
That's true,
yeah,
too, yeah.
I didn't even think about that. I'm like, oh, it's probably...
I never thought of that
It is far away when it's a...
Yeah,
really
it's
never
far,
thought of
yeah.
that.
I never did either until just now.
But I feel closer to you because I picked up new glasses this week.
Yeah?
I have a new prescription.
Did you get a new script?
Yep.
I have to do that eventually. I just talked to somebody about that. I'm noticing lights in the distance are getting blurrier. I'm like, oh boy, it's time.
Oh boy.
We got to upgrade.
You want my doc?
All right. Is he good? Can he do the heavy duty shit?
Oh yeah.
All right, good.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, we need to add a couple panes to this window.
You know what I want to do? I want to do a post Zoom interview with him where I'm like, what was it like having someone like Josh in there? Where
he was like real
juiced up. He's like, man, we don't see this shit.
Yeah.
Once every couple of years.
This is the kind of shit you hear about in medical school.
Yeah,
you dream about.
Yeah.
I'm just excited thinking about which 27-year-old I'll get to bang.
We kind of moved on from that a while ago.
I'm just dreaming. You know, I came down to I like Ryan Gosling.
He's too old.
He's too old, and I like Luke Wilson.
They're both so old.
They're my age.
You got to do like Timothy Chalamet or whatever that guy.
I don't even know that guy.
Timothy Chalamet.
I like Justin Bieber before all the tattoos.
Yeah. Okay.
I just love
They're too young. 27's like a baby.
Lover.
I just love the idea of Tom being on the couch. He comes down. He's like, "What's up, dog? Pounding out them walls for you. Should be out. You know that's the conversation.
Over the back of the couch.
What's up, dog? Yeah. Just watching some dark.
And then he's like, "Oh, it's football back. Oh, it's a replay. That's cool."
Jesus.
Yeah, that's all I found in the news. Everything else is,
Yeah.
pretty shitty.
Damn.
I'm glad you're doing well, man.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, me too.
Now we're deep in it. I mean, who knows when we're gonna come out? So this is what it is, baby. Let's rock.
Let's do it.
Okay.
All right. You guys want to take a quick break before our guest comes?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
This episode of Your Mom's House is also brought to you by ExpressVPN. Have you ever watched The Office? If you have, you probably know it's based on a UK series also called The Office. But what if I told you there are 9 other countries with their own versions of The Office that you've never seen? What? Well, you probably didn't know about them because they're not usually available in your country, but you can access content available around the world with no geo restrictions when you use ExpressVPN. See, ExpressVPN lets you control where you want sites to think you're located. You can choose from nearly 100 different countries, giving you access to content that isn't available in your region. So if you like watching shows or movies, ExpressVPN is a must-have. Less than $7 a month. ExpressVPN lets you access thousands of new shows and movies on Netflix, Amazon Prime, Disney Plus, and so many others. So get the most out of your streaming services today at expressvpn.com/yourmom. If you use our link, you'll get extra 3 months of ExpressVPN for free. Again, that's expressvpn.com/yourmom, expressvpn.com/yourmom to learn more.
As you know, my Gene and I have been together for 15 years, right? Is that it?
Yeah.
And I'll tell you the way we keep things spicy is with adamandeve.com. I swear I buy this fella cock ring after cock ring, and he loves it.
Feels good. Makes you harder.
You do. You have to keep it fresh.
You do.
And listen, we have 2 small kids.
And there's things that vibrate and then you begok too soon.
Exactly. But it's so much fun to add little things like a cock ring into your sex life can make it so much better. And it's not a lot of effort. And I love Adam and Eve. It's the #1 adult toy superstore. There are toys for men, toys for women, couples toys, every kind of lube and lotion, lingerie, and so many other sexy gifts. Take advantage of this downtime, though. We're all in right now, and choose almost any one item and get 50% off at adamandeve.com with the code YMH. And when you do, you'll also get 10 free boredom-busting gifts, including 6 spicy movies, spicies, and a 3-piece bonus kit. And best of all, free shippered And best of all, free shipping delivered discreetly right to your door. I know you're like, I don't want to get a box full of dildos because my neighbors will see it. Don't worry, they won't even know because it's so discreet. Just remember to use offer code YMH, that's YMH at checkout for this amazing deal. Go to adamandeve.com and use that offer code YMH to get 50% off just about any item plus 10 free gifts. Use code YMH at checkout.
And we are back with one of our all-time favorites. You know him well from his show here on our very own YouTube channel. You know him from television and radio. He is Dr. Andrew Tyrone Reginald Frederick Pinsky.
From
New Hampshire.
After Dark.
After Dark.
From After Dark.
With After Dark. Yes.
Thank you and thank you and thank you. And Tom's filling in a little bit here and there.
Yeah, I have a good time with it.
We do have a good time. Tom destroys the shit out of me.
We had a recent episode that I believe at this point the audience would have seen where you saw some very, very disturbing and upsetting things.
I'm glad that they have seen it by now because Tom destroyed me.
I believe you. He came home ear to ear smiles.
I'm sure he did.
I said, how was it with Dr. Drew? He goes, I horrified him. He was going to throw up.
That is, yes. That is.
He likes that.
This horrified isn't quite a strong enough term.
I had an actual excitement yesterday. No, after getting home.
Yes. After we've recorded our episode.
We recorded our episode. Yes. And I was thinking about, because you saw a lot of really disgusting things.
Beyond.
And then I go, I feel like I've reached a ceiling with that. So what it did was it opened up a portal into a new lane that I'm going to be introducing you to soon. Because what it did was,
my God,
it sort of challenged me. It's like someone shoved me and goes, what are you going to do about it?
It literally is like, I feel like I'm like some sort of Navy SEAL that just went through this huge training session and said,
and you've seen it all.
Now it's on. Now we're going to really challenge it.
You are a practicing doctor. People don't realize that, but you have a practice.
Yeah. Oh, no, I'm a workaholic doctor. So I've seen everything.
And have you seen fists in butts and vaginas?
Well, you and I enjoyed
time?
that a little bit. I mean, we watched that and we enjoyed that.
It together.
No,
we saw a double fisting together.
Well, she and I saw that too. And
you did?
That's
the double.
That is where Christina P. almost lost it.
I didn't like that one.
No.
But you lost your cookies almost when Robert Paul Champagne did a...
Yeah, that was pretty gross. White makes me vomit.
Yeah.
But then Tom thought, that's not enough. That is not enough.
Yeah, because I feel like the one that really, really got to you yesterday was the corn on the cob.
That one?
Yeah.
Oh, you saw that one.
I forgot. That one. Yes. But you primed me with the rocks, though, I think.
Yeah.
Wait, which one's the rock?
So a lady made a chocolate onto a doggy pad, and they were really hard.
And
really
Tom's
soft.
like, wait, listen. And I had to listen and look a few times.
Yeah.
And he was right. It sounded like rock.
And he asked for a trash can at one point.
Yeah, I did.
You did?
Oh, yes. No, it was serious.
What threw you over the threshold there?
The corn. The corn was a shock to my system.
So for those of you who haven't seen the clip or heard the clip, this woman makes a brown...
Well, no,
it's way better than that.
There's multiple stages. First, she gives.
Sorry, guys.
She gives head.
So hang on a second. Slow down. Right at this point, I said to Tom, I go, do you remember that dinner we had where we all sat down at two couples?
Yeah.
And we talked about this After Dark show we were going to do, and Tom leaned across and said, this is really what you want to do? I had no fucking idea he was talking about this.
It was the Matrix, the red pill or the blue.
I did not know.
True.
But our last episode, he and I, that's when I understood what he was talking about.
That's when you knew what was going on.
Yeah, so that's where it started.
I don't like this part. I don't like it.
No, that's just the beginning, and I didn't like that either. And by the way, he had primed me with rocks.
I didn't even know where
things.
it went. It went.
And then we got
but that's
this.
not okay.
That's not okay. We said that. We made that point. But already there's something about the quality of her stool that is really bothersome to me.
Yeah.
The extra dark.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't see this part last time.
Neither did I. Neither did I.
And are you tapping out? I'm tapping out.
Yeah. Where's the white flag?
This is the yay. That's a sound I've never made before, by the way.
Wait, do you think that chocolate's real then? If it looks, if you're worried about the quality, maybe it's not real.
I don't care. It's not. It's the whole. It lands as real.
Okay, so let's walk through because we didn't talk about on this show. What's the danger of putting brown in your meow? You don't want brown in your meow.
No, not in your mouth. I'd rather it go in the mouth than the meow.
And why can't it go in
from a medical standpoint.
Why? Medically, why can't it go in the meow?
Because the meow does not like, oh my God, look at this.
That's Norman as a lady.
He's
got the lady face app.
Fantastic.
But wait, why can't it go in
because the meow does not like E. coli and other bacteria.
Sure, and what can happen?
Vaginitis.
Vaginitis. It's treatable.
It's treatable, and it won't
good.
destroy you. But I mean, you could get pelvic inflammatory disease,
which is
complication, where it gets up into the tubes.
And then that's really
serious. That's more serious. Yeah, you'd be in the hospital.
But yeah, the quality. It's funny you said the quality of her stool.
I'm ready to believe that they shoved chocolate up her ass or fudge or something, and then had her do this.
Yeah, because it was very, very dark,
very chocolatey looking.
Yeah,
it does look chocolate.
I'm
almost
feeling better.
It almost looks delicious, right?
Here's the thing. Maybe instead of being chocolate, just lots of blood is in there.
It could be, yes. Yeah. It's an active GI bleed we're looking at.
Yeah.
What does black stools mean?
Black stool means there's been blood bleeding from the upper GI tract. This is what Tom's alluding to here.
Yeah.
And it turns black as it moves through, and then as it comes out,
then you got real problems.
You got something bleeding upstream. It's funny though, for me that gives me something to focus on, and then I'm not thinking about the corn anymore.
Right,
so it's good.
Yeah.
It's like literally like being an ambulance driver or something, and things aren't good, and you're like, okay, I'm gonna fix this, I'm gonna fix that. You stay focused.
I'm gonna find some stuff to get you next time though.
This is the portal.
I'm opening a new portal. Yeah.
Can you give me a hint just so I can maybe work out to prep myself? Exercise the muscles I need to tolerate this?
I don't want to give too much away, but it's a combination of what you're seeing now.
White and brown,
and then
my least favorite sort of things together to go in the mouth.
It has elements of violence and severe personal injuries.
Oh my God.
Look at him laughing.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tom Segura.
It's my baby daddy.
Good job.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God.
You're gonna like it. You're gonna like the way you look.
And really, it's all this whole experience here at your mom's house has been like boiling a frog.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It came in. I came to your house. You seemed like such nice people.
Yeah.
And you showed me a bunch of dead people originally. Essentially.
Did we? Yeah. Did we?
Yeah. Well, people that to me looked like they were dying.
Oh yeah.
Or they would have ended up dead. And this ensued, but I thought, interesting reaction.
Yeah.
I guess I'm missing something. Let me go back and see what's going on. Maybe I was intrigued. Let's say intrigued. Came back, saw more dead people.
Yeah.
And then the mentally ill and people with anosognosia started drifting in. Do you know what that is?
No.
Anosognosia. Anosognosia is a biological. It's a biological event that causes you to neglect. It's neurobiology. So you don't see things you should see, like how you're being perceived on TikTok, or some of the choices you make. It's a relative of Dunning.
Oh look, Better Nadav pulled it up right away.
It's essentially what they're going to pull up is anosognosia as it pertains to stroke. Like if you get a stroke on the right side of your brain, you don't realize that the left side of your body's out. You just don't notice it. In fact, you don't even notice the left side of the world.
Stop it.
The whole like you see clocks. If you ever have you write a clock, you'll jam it all on the left side, on the right side rather.
Oh wow!
And the left side just doesn't exist. And so anosognosia, it's also a relative of denial. Think about how drug addicts think. They can't see what's happening.
But people with anosognosia don't have the choice to see what they do not.
Right. It's a biological thing.
It's not willfully neglected.
No. And Dunning-Kruger is more cognitive. It's like
this,
they don't
by the
know
way,
enough to
every
know.
time I mean, we've talked about it at length.
Yeah.
I feel like it's so underappreciated.
I know.
So prevalent.
So prevalent today. It's like unbelievable.
And
right?
I think a big part of it is that technology allows people to
believe
and communicate and share thoughts.
To feel as though they know everything. And so I've mentioned this many times, I think I've told you this, that my peers have begun putting a plaque up in their offices that says, do not confuse your Google search with my medical training.
That's hilarious and necessary.
And it should be signed Dunning-Kruger because that's the definition of Dunning-Kruger.
I love that. And I feel like that's it's a little aggro, but it's needed for those people.
And somehow people understand experiential learning when it comes to skills.
Yeah.
Like they understand, you can't read about riding a bike and then know how to ride a bike.
Right.
So I can't read about surgical procedures and know how to do surgery.
Right.
But they assume that cognitive skills can be learned by just reading about it. No.
And people will read a paragraph. And be like, here's what we should do. Yeah.
Well, that's what's scary, and we're going back to the medieval period, pre-printing press.
This is your
Do you
area.
like this?
Yes,
Okay.
I like the transition.
Because before the printing press, we had an oral tradition, and now
Yes.
people are getting their informations, thankfully, from podcasts. But you hear so many people go,
we're going back to the oral tradition.
Yes,
And
I
it's
heard
good.
on a podcast.
I'm
so-and-so
sure
said.
back pre-Thomas Aquinas, the topic was much like the topics here at your mom's house.
Oh, eating duty off corn cobs.
Easily was the oral tradition. There were men then, let's be fair. So there probably was something like this. It's just the church had to get involved.
Well, one of our friends is good friends is a pediatrician.
I know her.
And we talk a lot about like
Shout out to Jess.
how is it with so many, especially because it's different when you have one thing is a patient comes to see you, one thing is a parent brings you their child.
Yes.
And how many times do you have parents who are, here's what I believe we're looking at, here's the solution, and then as pediatricians,
and the part of town she practices. Ooh.
Yeah, well, the pediatricians have to.
This one came in. What are you talking about?
You have to navigate that so much more delicately.
And I think the pediatricians are very skilled at looking at the patient as the mother-child unit.
Oh,
so
right.
the totality of the patient. And I used to advocate for similar models when we talked about adolescents, right? Because adolescents, the parent still was involved, but we had to separate them and have meetings with each of them and have a meeting back together again.
Right.
Because it's that intermediate stage. And then adulthood, the parents, sorry.
But that does have to be so unnerving when, even I can even tell you when my dad was sick like a year ago, and I would be in the hospital visiting, and my sister, who was really an advocate for him, though, would sometimes say to a doctor in a clinic, like at a high level hospital, don't use that tube for that. That's bothering him. And the guy would be like, and I would see him and be like, I would just quickly be like, no, you can
don't worry about it.
Yeah. But I'm assuming to something. They're like, we deal with this shit
all
day.
the time,
Yeah.
all the time. Yeah.
Well, that's why
Constantly.
when
now, we were talking before we came in here about some of the stuff in the press as it pertains to the pandemic. Now the press is telling us how to practice medicine.
Yeah.
And the politicians. We can't even talk honestly about what we do in the public because everyone's got an opinion. It's really something else.
Well, and
It's
they're not
beyond.
reporting the positives things that are
course
happening
not.
in COVID right now.
No.
If you don't mind, can you just say positive things that are happening right now?
That we've had a little uptick, and it's concerning, and we need to take care of it and be cautious, but it's mostly affecting young people, which is a milder form of the illness, and it's sort of a horrible flu then that can go very bad, like we all know about Nick Cordero. They can go really bad. But for the most part, my profession now knows kind of how to handle this thing and how to treat it in such a way that we keep them out of the hospital, and if they go in the hospital, we can keep them out of the ICU. And if they get into the ICU, we can keep them from dying. That's generally the trend right now with the treatments we have. And things like hydroxychloroquine and zinc, azithromycin, and remdesivir, and dexamethasone, all these things, and how we use the ventilators and who gets on the ventilator, all these mark a difference in outcome.
Yeah,
and
from March to now.
Yes,
Yeah.
we're doing a really good job with it.
So we've learned to manage the illness a bit
And
more.
if the some of the hydroxychloroquine data for early use with zinc is coming in, it's starting to look like, if it's true, if that data is accurate and has to be reproduced many times. So please don't tell me, what am I to believe? 1 minute it's this, 1 minute it's that, because that's how science works. You have to reproduce it many times before it becomes axiomatic. Yeah. And
why can't you just do it once and then that shows you?
Right. We may be able to turn it into the flu, particularly for young people.
And how good do these vaccines look? Everyone's talking
crazy
about.
good. I want to be a human subject.
Oh,
so
we have a friend that does that, Yoshi.
Oh, I want to get on it faster the better.
Yeah, I think Yoshi just did like a clinical trial.
He just did. Yeah, we're DMing.
They
I
put it
think,
like in his
Seattle.
eyes, and he was like, "Yeah, it still works. Everything's good."
I want to do it for the vaccine. Faster
You
the
do.
better.
So
Yes.
that's.
Oh my
you're
God,
not
the science
afraid.
looks new.
Why aren't you afraid?
Because the biotechnology is there. It's there. It's there. And
The one out of Oxford, you mean?
multiple ones I've read about look really clean and good. I want the RNA vaccine. That to me looks the most interesting, and I want to contribute to advancement of this new technology that really looks so great.
But Bill and Melinda Gates want to kill the population?
They want to put a chip in when they put the vaccine in. That's of course what's happening.
So we cannot trust them.
You can see that on TikTok. Can't
Have you followed the conspiracies about
I
them?
can't. They make me crazy. I can't do it.
They're like, the Gates are trying to murder the population.
I can't. Well, and it all started with back in
The Dark
Africa where they
Ages.
tried to help with the malaria
And they were like, "You're just trying to kill black people in Africa."
I know.
That was the conspiracy that
I
came
know.
out. Seriously, they were like, the Gates are just trying to murder.
Well, it
Jesus.
literally one of the local kings started advocating that.
Really?
Yeah, it's a whole. Go watch the documentary on Bill Gates. You see the whole thing. But in any event, I want the vaccine. I want it now. I don't want to be on a phase 1 or a phase 2 trial. Right? That's when you find out their safety and efficacy and stuff. I'm not asking for that. I'm asking to be in the phase 3. Let's do it.
Now, but you said they're close to phase 3, right? of
They're in
testing?
phase 3 as
They're
far as I
in
know.
phase 3.
Yeah, as
That's
far as
a
I know, they're
miracle.
going to have this thing out in the fall.
Also,
Somebody said November now. Secretary Azar said
great,
November.
fantastic.
Yeah.
I'll
Now,
start going back to church. I'll start.
I
Right?
know. Praise
being a
Allah.
better
Praise
person.
Allah.
Yeah.
Praise everybody.
So I heard today there's a case of the bubonic plague in China. They found one.
Yeah, I find it fascinating that this becomes headline news because have I not been saying that the plague is coming in Southern California?
In
Have
the
you not
homeless
heard-
population.
You not heard me say this?
Yes.
Okay. Here's why I say this. Yes, the plague made it to humans in Mongolia. It's here in Southern California. It's here in squirrels and feral cats and raccoons, and it's just a matter of time, the plague experts tell me, before it jumps into humans. Most likely homeless. They're out there with the stuff that transmits it. They're out there with the animals. And once it gets in, it's going to
just explode.
Blow through. Yeah.
And what happens when you get the plague?
There's different versions of it. There's pneumonic plague, which just causes the pneumonia. There's bubonic plague, where you get buboes, which are essentially giant lymph nodes that come to the surface and open up and pus out in your skin. Nice.
That seems nice.
Neat.
It is lovely.
Is there
It's
treatment
lovely.
for that one?
Yes,
or?
all of them. But if it gets, ahead, it's like COVID. If it gets away from you, you're screwed.
Yeah.
And sorry around you.
If it gets advanced, you're
the last
in
outbreak
trouble.
was in Los Angeles
Of bubonic?
in the 1920s.
Great.
And everybody who was in contact with this one guy, I think it was in Chinatown, if I remember right, everybody died within like 4 days. It was
Okay.
like,
Is there no vaccine for this, for the bubonic
no,
plague?
it's
That's bacterial.
Yersinia pestis. Yeah.
Now, what happens? What if it explodes in the homeless population and we just kind of let it run its course? And then
I would say, ladies and gentlemen, Tom Segura.
And then when it starts getting into like people in homes, we go, all right, here's all the medicine. And then we kind of like solve two problems at the same time.
You know what's interesting? It occurs to me that people are. I stood back. I'm really upset about the homeless problem, and I know because
Or
it's
in the
it's
gypsy
my
community,
patients. I know
too.
exactly how to treat these people.
Yeah.
And no one will listen to me, or at least the leaders who seem delusional won't listen. There are plenty of other people who will, but not in leadership positions like that. Oh my God! People are like trying to get me to run for office now.
Yes.
like mayor of Los Angeles, things like that. And I thought, God, that is probably the only way I could change this is really do this. And then I thought, oh, I'm on your mom's house. That would fuck the whole thing up.
Oh, and not
There's
only that.
no way that after Corn Cob and this conversation I could even contemplate a political run for anything.
Can I tell you something though?
Takes care of it for
If
me.
you were to run for office, think about what would happen with our viewership and downloads. Huge spike.
So you want to get behind me? Well, this in a way becomes my grab them by the pussy moment.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
He was able to go ahead and do his thing.
I'll be honest. Dr. Drew showed me his penis and he made me give it kisses. There you go. I don't know.
And it was
that'll
delicious.
And you were 11 at the time.
I was small and then his pee-pee got bigger.
But you're certainly not going to run for office after your wife appeared on.
Well, that was
Where
that
My
was.
Mom's
I
At.
thought that was what put the nails.
Did you
in the
see that whole
coffin.
episode?
I heard
Yeah,
about
have
it.
you seen it?
Heard about it.
I was afraid to watch.
Well, you know, before we get to that, because we have some things
So
to ask you about
excited.
that. You gave us a lot of insight on Fed Smoker.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you ever
May rest in peace.
Just to refresh anyone's memory if they don't know him.
Listen, I gotta ask you ever see my videos? What is it when I say after the red comes the white? You ever heard me say that before? I think it's because of the blood of Jesus, brother. After the red comes the white. There it is again.
He's really big on
Red
white
versus
chariots
white.
and the
Yeah.
white cars.
Yeah.
He, he calls them the chariots, you know?
Something about it. Every time I film, I'll see a red chariot and then a white one comes after that, I call it. Is that really weird or what?
No,
Is it coincidental?
probably two of the most common colors.
That's what I was thinking. But it's really weird. I won't go into it. It doesn't that way every time. Sometimes it does pop up blue, red, white, and blue, but it's usually red, white, and black.
So I had a patient, a meth addict,
Surprise.
who
Bite your tongue when you talk about fed smoke. Go ahead.
This is I say that with peace and love, that he thought every time he got gas, this one car would go by with a particular license plate.
Oh.
And one day, that car drove in to get some gas after him, and he beat the shit out of the guy that drove up, who just happened to get some gas. And just guy getting out of his car to get gas, and my meth addict patient, who delusionally was seeing patterns where there were none, used it as a reason to.
Wow.
Is that something that
invoke
commonly
self-defense.
happens?
Oh yes, routinely.
Seeing the patterns.
Yes, it's part of the whole meth thing.
Brother, they're not going to do too good, are they? Who? People that be naughty around me? Do you think they're going to do too well?
No, not.
You see that canister of mace right there? See how big it is?
Looks like bear spray.
It's police spray, it says on it. Magnum, I think it's just a name. But
That's a lot of.
you realize that that's going to.
That's a messy car.
That's the best view of his car we've ever seen.
They're gonna be ready to go to jail, aren't
You
they?
and I have studied his car, haven't
Yes,
we? Oh no,
yeah.
it was somebody else, and I took a good look at it. Let's go back and freeze that for
You know
a
what? That
second.
stuff's gone off in my
Look at-
pants before.
Oh, good
right
for
in
you,
my
man.
pocket. You ever had that stuff
Feels
spray
so
in?
bad for
in
these
your
cops.
pants and get your balls?
In my pants, but when you wash it off, it trickles down.
Oh God, it's horrible, man. I sat in my car once and it went off, and the only thing I had was a brand new bottle of tomato juice. I got the freaking lid off and put my balls in the tomato juice. Is that crazy?
Much like a skunk, like if you got fit by
Yeah.
a skunk.
Let's
get
look
tomatoes.
at that car real quick.
Brother, they're not going to do too
let me
good,
bring you
are they?
a little primer on cocaine and meth.
Yeah.
Meth addicts are preoccupied with law enforcement. They go to them all the time.
Yeah, you told me
you've
that.
mentioned
Yeah,
that.
cocaine addicts run
away.
from them. Yeah.
Why do meth?
And meth, the disorganization, taking things apart, hoarding, that's all meth.
So wait, what
So when you
does-
see people on the street where their bikes are dismantled all over the place,
Yeah.
that's meth.
And why do you think the appeal to go to law enforcement?
Because they feel nervous and they feel upset and insecure. It's like a strobe light's going off in their life all the time. And the law enforcement, they don't have paranoia about them. They're, for whatever reason, the biology of it doesn't focus on people in uniforms. While with cocaine, the preoccupation is specifically and only people in uniforms.
Oh, wow.
To get away from them.
Get away from them. They're coming.
What?
And you see them. They actually hallucinate them too.
Oh, boy. What does meth do to the brain?
Destroys it. It's really not good.
It just lights it all up? It puts it on fire? or what?
Well, it lights up several regions that are, associated with mood and energy and things like that and affect. And the problem is it causes something called what's the word I'm looking for? Excitotoxicity, where the pushing of the neurotransmitters out of the cell eventually create free radicals within the cell. It has something to do with how the vesicles are. The way a neuron works is it pushes a chemical out and then it repackages and pulls it up and then pushes it back out again. It's doing this all the time. Cocaine is really good at doing that. It blocks the reuptake, so stuff stays out in the cleft for a while. Meth is specifically just doing this. And so the vesicles don't reform normally. And when the cell tries to bring the neurochemical back into the cell, it sort of breaks loose from the vesicle. It's not supposed to be free in the cytoplasm. It turns into a free radical and kills the cell.
And that's why they look like shit. I mean, it's destroying your body.
a lot of
from-
cells and stuff. It's
Yeah.
not good for you. But this is sort of happening to your body. We're looking at it right here. What is that? What is that
the
white?
laptop, too?
Yeah, I know. It's so. Well, he wants to be like a policeman.
It's just exactly like a policeman's car.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a Crown Vic. It has the
metal background. What's that white thing? Is that a seat? Is that a
It's a blanket, a Navajo blanket.
No, over just off of that with a skull on it. It's got a skull picture.
He's got a lot of skulls.
Yeah.
He likes skulls.
Oh my God.
Oof. But here's why. The reason I brought this up was actually not even for this video. It was to show you. Apparently, somebody sort of saw Fed Smoker as a nemesis, and we found that person.
Oh,
he made
my.
videos like kind of calling Connell out.
Okay.
What's up, Connell?
Ooh.
So you're having some problems in Rifle, Colorado, in Durango. Way to go, Rifle. Keep up the good work.
Hater.
And it is harassment on an officer. I hope you get charged for every cop and every video you have for harassing each and every person. Because it is harassment. Enjoy your day, Ghostmaker Peterson.
Uh-oh.
By the way, Love the way you change all them fucking YouTube channels, you fucking pussy.
Yeah.
He's got a little bit of
Yeah, he
going
does.
on too.
They might have
boy.
met at a similar type of event.
Ah!
Yeah.
They probably partied together, right?
He looks like an actor. Who is he reminding me of?
I know
Yeah.
he could have been handsome, right?
Yeah, yeah.
He looks like he's straight out of a Western or something.
Yes.
Right? Like kind of,
Yeah.
like he just took off the gear and he's just relaxing in the trailer now. It's been a long day wearing them fucking boots.
Oh, jeez.
But my theory is he and Connell used to party together.
I didn't know his name until this
Yeah.
minute. You're freaking me out.
Donald Eugene
Donald.
Peterson.
How did you find out?
When it was first rumored that he passed,
Yeah.
everybody, like, we learned his name then. Yeah, yeah, because Connell. Well, I think it's actually makes more sense in line with the meth thing than this guy saying he's being a pussy. You know, he had like 20 YouTube channels, so he would upload them to different channels all
So
the
that's
time.
like much the way he would like dismantle and organize
Yeah.
hoarding. It's hoarding YouTube channels.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm glad I don't do meth.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
By the way, and it's really hard to stop. They really, really miss it. They don't feel they can. They feel like they stop existing without it once they get strung out on it, and they're dying hand over fist right now of meth.
Really?
Yeah, it's not even clear what's happening. Really, these
are there
meth deaths.
are there drugs you can transition them out of meth with, like when you
Not
do heroin?
really. No, not the way
Just
they're
cold
not-
turkey.
I mean, you're going to have to do stuff to help with their.
How do you
mood and
feel about somebody going from let's say a hardcore drug to just being like, hey, I just want to smoke. Can I just smoke weed all day? Is that better than doing?
It's better, yeah.
So you tell them, yeah, do that then.
In some cases, yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't, I don't drugs. If you're going to be on drugs, why do we say it's different to be on cannabis than to be on Suboxone or to be on methadone? If cannabis does it and you're stable for a while, all right,
stay on cannabis.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
Now the problem is it doesn't really stabilize them very long.
Yeah.
And it usually, but I had a patient, I had a heroin addict who was mega sick with peripheral vascular disease and breast cancer and had a million medical problems, and she maintained on cannabis, and I was like, great. She's not going to live very long either, and so it's like let's just stay with that. Perfect.
Isn't there kind of a version of this with Joey Diaz though? Like he used to do heroin and then cocaine.
Did he really?
Oh yeah, and cocaine. That dude was like major coke addict,
Into it.
right?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. He was doing like an 8-ball a fucking day, and
I got to
he
talk to
said-
him someday. I've never met him.
Oh really?
Yeah, I'm dying to talk to him.
Oh, this is
we can
crazy.
set
Yeah,
this up.
and
Well,
Rogan's the other one you got to get me involved.
Oh
with.
yeah,
Somehow
You've never okay, but he was like Joey was like over 400 pounds. He said he was just like
Oh, my
smoking
gosh.
a pack and a half, doing.
But he
coke.
sounds like this is an interesting. Okay, it's an interesting
But I mean,
syndrome he's got.
all types of crazy.
Because there's all. I was thinking about this morning. There's different flavors of alcoholism, different flavors of addiction.
Sure.
It's not one thing,
Right, but
Yeah.
now, like what Joey's, he's very public with. I'm not revealing any secrets. Is that he goes heavy on the edibles.
Yeah.
But I've always viewed it as like, I mean, that's better than him being on any of those.
I'm gonna bet because
Yeah.
that feels like to me like a super trauma dude with PTSD and stuff who's just using everything, trying to feel better, food,
Right.
cigarettes, everything, and somebody treated him or he got better in some way, and now the cannabis is holding him.
Like, yeah.
So good.
But it's good. That's what I
Yes.
thought. Yeah. Yeah. Because he can handle insane levels of I mean, he gets fucked up on them, but I'm saying like his threshold is way higher than anybody else's I know.
Happens.
Yeah.
For all our sakes, we need to avoid crowds any way we can right now. But what if you need to go to the post office? Well, that's what stamps.com is for. Hello, you can print postage on demand and skip those lines and crowds at the post office.
Take it from the top.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Fried. Okay.
I hear that, Jake.
I'm out of my mind. Okay. For all our sakes, we need to avoid crowds right now, and that is why I use stamps.com. I have an account. I do it from my own house. I print postage using my own printer at home. They even give you a digital scale. I save money on postage. And guess what? Now, stamps.com even has UPS. That's right, UPS. It's so simple. You just print it out. You let them know. The mail carrier comes, picks it up, and it is the absolute best. We've been using stamps.com for years. They are such a great service. Send your stuff anywhere in the world. You can print your postage 24/7, any letter, any package, any class of mail, anywhere, anytime. And right now, My listeners get a special offer that includes a 4-week trial plus free postage and a digital scale without any long-term commitment. Just go to Stamps.com, click on the microphone at the top of the homepage and type in MOM. That's Stamps.com. Enter MOM. Stay safe, my friends.
Like way higher. Now, have you ever seen this?
I really lucked out because my next boyfriend was Drew, and then we just and we had sex on the first date.
Okay.
Thank you for.
So
I like the way she has to. You didn't even ask that. She has to come right out with it. I'm anticipating Christina.
First of all, I view you
up.
differently. Learning that you have sex on the first date.
Really?
Yes. I mean, couldn't you be a gentleman and take her
But
out a few times?
take in mind, they were in their 20s when they met.
24, 23.
They were
something like that.
puppies. This is from where my mom's at. My exclusive interview.
I like the way she's coming to my aid. This is good.
With
She's trying to
Dr.
soften this. Tom's trying to increase the blow. He's trying to increase the impact. And Christina's coming to my aid. I like
Let me tell
that.
you, my interview with Susan was very enlightening. Yes, we're going to find out why.
As you know, first of all, how's the feedback been?
Fantastic.
People
She's
like
a fantastic
her.
guest.
No, not
People
you.
are in love with her.
People like her. Okay, good.
In love with her.
Okay,
she's
good.
beautiful, as you can see. She's
Yeah.
charming.
Yeah.
She's very warm and caring.
Yeah.
You can tell there's a lot of love between you
Yeah.
two, but you guys are also
Passionate. That's
Kinda
what Crowley-
horny.
Crowley used to give a shit about that all the time.
Is that right?
Remember, he used to go, he's a passionate man.
Passionate.
Passionate.
How do you
so
maintain your
interesting.
passion after all these years?
It's a really interesting question, right? I mean, it's still there. We had a couple of downturns. Wait, I had another thought before I get into this. I can't think of it. We had a couple of downturns. One was having children, which everybody goes into a downturn with
ruins your
that.
sex life.
Next is she had menopause at a fairly young age, and thankfully got to proper hormone replacement and therapy for that changed everything quickly, because she had heavy duty fertility treatment, and that affected her libido from then on, really. And then you add children to that, and blah 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 blah.
Nightmare.
Yeah, and so she went to somebody who really knew how to handle that, and man, we were all back.
Well, let's just start from the
so
beginning,
hold
because
on.
you
So
were kind of
slow-
horny.
So slow down. Well, so what was there at the beginning is still there, to answer your question. And so isn't that extraordinary?
Yes.
Yeah.
And so I sort of
I think you're rare. I mean, when you talk to people who've been together, you guys have been together, what, almost 30 years or something? Right?
23, almost 40 years. 24.
Almost 40 years.
Crazy, right?
Yeah.
That's insane, right?
Yes.
But it's whatever that was stayed. Which is pretty good,
How?
right? So when people go, what's the magic? What's the secret? First thing I tell them is, make sure you're really, really, really into that person, whatever that means to you. Make sure that there's like an intense, not too intense, because intensity sometimes gets confused for love. Make sure there's an attraction where you can. It's sort of like alcoholism. Like, today I'm as attractive as I was yesterday, and 1,000 yesterdays, and I assume tomorrow I'll be just the same. Right? I mean, there's nothing changing that. Each day it's the same. I feel the same.
Yeah.
And if you feel like, if I could wake up every day feeling like that's something that could be sustaining, it will. Does that make sense?
Wow. Does it help?
How dare you? Oh, I know I was going to tell you. I broadcasted with Lauren Sivan for a long time. And she was like, we were at dinner with them and her and her boyfriend, and she goes, I wanted to find all this stuff out about you and Susan, and she just told it all to me before I asked any questions. And so here we go. So this is what I'm imagining.
Do you think that this helps you?
What are we doing? What's happening?
Maintain your relationship.
I feel like I'm on a roller coaster.
Leanne Kreischer was on here, good
Yeah.
friend Leanne, and she said that she believes a quarterly blowjob will cut the mustard. What are your
I
numbers,
saw
just
this
so
one.
that I can compare and contrast?
Probably, 2 or 3, maybe 4 times a week.
I like Christina's reaction. Well,
What the
Three
fuck,
to
man?
4 times a
Well, she
week,
said 2
bro.
or 3 to begin with.
Right, and then
Maybe
she
4
upped
times.
That's
it.
our low end. That's our low end.
You get 2 to 3, sometimes 4 times a week blowjobs? Jesus.
For starters.
Dan.
They don't have a 2 and a 4-year-old, by the way.
Right. That was not happening then. Trust me.
So,
bad
I mean,
for our
can we
children now.
can we change the name of your show to Dr. Drew Fucks? Like that? Is that cool?
If you do the intro.
Jesus Christ,
You guys
man.
be fucking.
You don't have any. I mean, how old are you?
I'm sweating. 61.
You're 61.
No
I don't even know if
neuropathy.
61. Yeah, you have no neuropathy issues at all.
Neuropathy?
Yeah.
Why
That's
would I
the
have
guy that
neuropathy?
he
I
came
don't
4
know.
times.
That's the. I mean, because I know if you want to see me go from a limp dick into a hard dick, I just smoke some meth and it comes.
Oh,
right out.
yeah, for sure.
But
Yeah.
do you? So, I mean, is that normal for a 61-year-old man for you to? Yeah.
Some.
Okay.
You're extra virile. I mean, have you always been so highly
Charged up, passionate.
You're charged up, man. You're fired up.
I'm not like Ronnie.
No.
Right?
No.
We're talking about, it's a Stern
Sure.
Show reference.
Yes.
But I mean, Ronnie's 70.
That's
I know.
right.
I sit in admiration of him.
But here's the deal,
61.
man. But here's the deal, man.
Yeah,
is
man.
that Dr. Drew is a quiet simmering type.
Yes.
I would never.
Yeah, I would never guess it either.
guess that. I
And you're
would
getting
never.
that. You're getting that sloppy top 4 times a week. I mean, that's impressive, bro. That is dope.
Yeah.
She admitted that 4 was a little bit of exaggeration.
Okay, but 3.
But still.
2 is in there. 3 sometimes.
Wow. And I would never know. You're so put together. You never give
This
off.
is part of being put together,
You
ladies
never
and gentlemen.
Right.
give off
Right.
sexual
Right.
vibes. But I'm
But
saying
this-
I work with you. You've never given off
Boundaries.
sexual vibes.
Boundaries.
But you've
And by the way, my chi is depleted by my wife. How could I?
And also 2 to 3 times a week. If you're getting 2 to 3 times a week, I think that's actually kind of good for a political campaign. If you do run for office, you know,
Cradle status.
there you go. Like Dr. Drew for mayor, I'm busting nuts all week long, something like that. You know?
That should be the
you don't
slogan.
have
The
to.
slogan, the campaign
Yep.
slogan.
2 to 3 BJs a week.
Yeah.
For everyone,
Busting
like
nuts.
that,
Yeah.
and then you
Busting
include
nuts. I
people
like that.
from all different
Christina's
races.
writing it down.
You know what I
yeah.
mean? What if it was that Dr. Drew for mayor? Everybody can get some, and then it shows like an
Yeah,
Asian,
some for everyone.
and a Latino,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
a
some
black
for
person,
everyone.
and then and then it just shows your hard dick.
Busting nuts since 1983.
Busting nuts, bro.
Dude, that is impressive.
It's
man.
amazing.
It is.
And may I say too that Susan came wearing a very low cut dress and no bra, and she's got those beautiful big naturals. They're naturals.
Yeah, sir.
I can't believe that.
There's a famous. She tell you the famous story about a friend of ours who somebody called her and said, you know, I want to get my boobs done. Who do you recommend for surgeon? She goes, you know, the ones I admire the most are, I'm going to find out who did Susan Pinsky's.
Yeah.
And my friend called her. It was Simone Bien, and she calls her, and Susan's like, God did mine.
Wow.
Funny. Good
Wow. Good for her, man.
Wow. Charged up, Drew.
Yeah. I mean, and I think actually what this appearance and this message really tells people is put the burden on the wife some. It's on her. She's the one.
Some.
Yeah. I mean, she's taking
completely,
care
right?
of you. It's
Yeah,
like
completely.
It's like almost every wife.
Stop it. Stop it. Don't
could-
you eyeball me.
Well, and I'm
like
talking to
that.
our audience. I'm saying
we're just turning.
I maintain the bear's libidinal needs.
all I'm saying is that
How do you know?
Once
maybe there's
you-
a
2 to
simmering pot
3,
there too.
sometimes 4 times a week.
Here's what I make the
But
deal
you have
with you.
little kids though. Here's the deal: is you put a contract into the future.
Yeah.
Thank you. Also, you
College.
know, once this happens,
Mm-hmm.
I told you can bust nuts all day.
Oh, she's nervous about children. I see.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
good.
Yeah,
That's good. Yeah, that'll
it makes me nervous.
Take care of that.
And another clip.
I like the views, the pictures of astonishment on Christina's
Yeah.
face.
I could not believe. I mean, it's like finding out that your awesome history teacher is like really fucked, dude. Like I was blown.
What was going through your head? I mean, your
I was
eyes are
like-
lit.
I was like, this bitch gives 4 BJs.
It's actually it's a great analogy because what happens is when somebody who you look at as, you know, more established,
grown-up.
educated.
Haven't you destroyed me enough?
No.
Here, do you have to get every aspect of my life? Is there not a
But
corner?
this is true though, because you know how when you're a kid, you think
want
of-
my kids now to come in here and talk about
No.
what an
Yes,
asshole I
yes,
am.
yes,
Yes, yes. No,
but-
yes.
Yes, I
I
do.
don't.
But you know when you're a kid and you see your teacher,
Yeah.
like at the supermarket,
Yes,
or
yes,
something, you're
like
like
that.
You have another life.
Yes,
like you have
it's
a
like that.
complete life. It feels a bit like that. Like you're Dr. Drew.
Yeah.
You're smart. You're articulate. You teach us things, and then to know that you're just like busting nuts all over all week. It's exciting.
And I'm just thinking, it's not really busting nuts because I don't produce fluid anymore.
That's right. That's right.
So
That's right.
prostate. I have
even
prostate cancer. I had a
better.
prostatectomy.
But
That's why she's giving out fucking 4
cleaner.
BJs a week, dude. It's
You still have
easy.
orgasms. Yeah.
Yeah, but
so
that's great. There's
did
no
you
mess.
remember? Do you remember you were orgasm this time?
You started butt sexing at 50. It's not Drew's thing.
It's not. It was your thing.
It worked out. in my direction, but I had to try it. We were on a cruise, and
You got to try it on a
again,
cruise.
we were on a cruise. And they got H1N1 like the next day. You know, he always
From
talks
your
about
butt.
Yeah, you think?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
The dog thinks so too. I can tell.
Did you?
Yeah.
So hold on. You guys started having anal at 50.
Yeah, that was after she got hormone therapy. Right, so there was things were on then.
So
it worked out that direction. I've got to remember that.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty amazing to start a new sexual practice like that so late in life. I mean, that's
Kids were out. That's the key.
The kids were out, and you were like, "I'm ready to," because she says it's your doing, Drew. She blames you for the anal. Oh no, sorry. I think she
said it worked out her direction.
Okay.
I think part of this though that is being ignored. We haven't just touched on it yet.
It did not look like the corn lady, though. I assure you.
But I think part of it is that you have always maintained physical weightlifting.
Yeah, that's helped.
Yes.
And
That's
right, because
helped.
you see guys in their 60s that look like absolute dog shit. that there's no way
when
they
we
could-
were kids, a 60-year-old looked like Jesus.
Yeah.
Well, you know what's interesting is that Mrs. Robinson in The Graduate is like my age.
Yes.
She's like in her 40s.
Yes.
And you're like, she was a proper woman. I'm still wearing tiger sweatshirts.
Yes.
Like, that
we
was
have
crazy.
a problem where we don't want to grow up here.
want to grow
Yeah. Yeah. Dr. Drew for mayor.
Oh, I'll make you come.
You did anal at 50. Now, is this a practice that you've kept in the rotation?
It's in the rotation.
Wow. Jesus Christ.
How often are we doing? Is it
Mine's blown.
is it a quarterly anal or is it?
I can't. I'm not sure I can. It's not on the calendar.
Right.
Maybe we don't like tip.
Well, let's
tick
round it up. Like what? 4 times a year? More? Less?
More.
God. It's really impressive.
Well, no, he's got the stamina. The
Yeah.
stamina.
Stamina.
The
Well,
30-year-old
and to be
man.
fair, the prostatectomy gave me a little more stamina.
Really?
Yeah, a little more. Strangely.
Really?
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Yeah,
man.
it's good. So those of you worried about getting your prostate out, stop it.
Yeah,
It's
you
still,
can still
everything
fuck.
still can. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can fuck more, and you can put it in people's butts. You can get 4 knobbers a week.
Do you think it's more exhausting for Susan to get vaginal or butt pounded by you?
You have to bring her back and ask her.
Yeah.
I'm getting.
Because we're having a debate here as to which is more exhausting, anal or vaginal. What's more exhausting for?
What do
a
you think
lady?
is?
I've never experienced it, so it's hard for me to know.
What
do you
does-
notice like from when?
What do you mean by exhausting? By the way,
Like when you're like, let's say you
Tiring?
you go to vag town, but you pound, and then the next time you go to butt town and you pound. Do you think it's more tiring
for her?
To get butt pounded or vag slammed?
Seems about the same.
Really?
Oh wow. Well, she's
For the record.
resilient. She's
For the
very
record.
resilient.
Yeah, she's a specimen. She's a specimen. Oh my God, what's going on with my life? I knew this was going to be bad, but I didn't know how bad.
Her yummy pussy.
He's checking his text. He's fully checked out.
It's called disassociation.
It's exactly what it is. It's exactly what it is. Tom gets me there. Yesterday, I went into a goddamn fugue state.
You did.
I did.
Gosh. Listen, I think this is beautiful, Drew. We're
I do too.
celebrating you and your wife and
yeah.
monogamy because so many we
Well,
look
that's
to
the other
you.
thing. That's the other good news is I just am not interested in anyone else, which is
I
crazy.
believe
Yeah,
you.
Which is that's why you don't pick up a sexual vibe. or
You're
anything.
cool as fuck.
I'm just not interested. I'm interested in
Yeah, and your wife.
I got to save my chi.
Yeah, for your wife.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, man. Do we have any other embarrassing clips?
No, that was it.
That
That's
was
all
the
we have from that.
biggies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That was the
I'm just
biggies.
glad to know that she was well received by the
loved her.
Mom's House crowd.
And I have to say that I love couples who love each other. That's our big thing. We've always enjoyed each other's company.
That's true.
I know. We and
And-
we like sort of refound it when our kids went for college. We were like, oh, jeez, we love spending time together. It's awesome. And this fucking COVID destroyed what was supposed to
Destroyed
be a summer of
everything.
travel and things. We were going to do stuff.
Now that's a good question. So now that you and Susan have been cooped up in the house, for COVID.
Does it increase it?
Well, has it increased? And have you tried anything?
It really
new?
hasn't. No, it hasn't increased because I've been depressed and upset, and it's made things not as good.
It has been. Like, we were just talking about the stages of our own emotions during quarantine. Like, it feels like you go through the stages of grief, you know? So, like, we went through like shopping a lot, online.
Shopping one of the stages.
Yeah, it was like a form of, you know, coping.
Yeah,
There was
trying to
like-
feel better, yeah.
Right. Then there was like the heavy exercise phase, and there's like, then you go like, I'm eating and drinking too much.
Yes, all happened.
The croissant phase.
Then the over existential crisis stage. Then you go, you know, I mean, like it just feels like it's been,
then I added like politically upset or socially upset and concerned and worried, and that's been really fun.
Maybe you should get back to fucking, because I feel like you guys were good at that.
Yeah, I know.
Dude, why
We
don't
were
you
good
make
at
a
that.
movie?
Yeah.
Do you know how well that would sell?
So why don't we just get a fans only site? OnlyFans or whatever.
Yes.
Oh, stop
I
it.
agree. I say fans
Dr.
only.
Drew OnlyFans? Are you serious? Where at first you're just like, I'm going to the grocery store, I'm doing this, and then all of a sudden you're like, I'm gonna crank one out real quick. You guys want to watch? You'll see a huge uptick in your subscriptions. It's a new world, Drew. All that stuff.
RPC has exposed me to it. I
exactly.
understand.
You don't have to.
I understand it now. He led the way.
Oh, quick medical question.
Before you do, we
Sure.
need to put up the tour. I think it's time for the tour.
The tour?
The tour of RPC's
Oh,
house.
yes.
I think it's time for it.
By the way, I thought of a slogan
for
Dr.
for
Drew.
mayor.
Dr. Drew.
Yeah.
Underneath, doctors fuck too.
Nice.
No, I like Dr. Seuss. Oh, I was thinking
Tom,
a shirt.
use that brain for good.
Yep.
Only.
Yep.
Trust me.
But I was thinking the
Medical?
shirt should be anal starts at 50.
Ooh,
Anal
I like that better.
Yes. Anal starts at 50.
Yeah. Well, that's my new shirt.
It's
That's
a
the new
shirt. It's
yeah.
already in development.
Anal starts at 50.
We started the design work last week, right after this interview. Anal starts at 50.
It's pretty good.
It's amazing.
So, medical question, just to get off.
Is it possible to put your dick and your balls in your own asshole? Because we saw the gentleman could do his balls.
Yeah.
Why not
it
the dick
looked
too?
like the dick could have gone there as well by the whole.
He had some real hang and
situation there. I was sort of surprised he hadn't tried that actually.
He has.
So
what he hasn't tried it all at once.
He's tried the penis.
He's had the tip of it in there, and he's had both balls in there.
I know that.
And he's had both balls in there, and then someone else's dick in there, and then he's had both
know that
balls in
too.
there and put his dick in someone else.
Yeah, of course. Tom and I spent a lot of time trying to figure out how the pain was.
Yeah,
the general issue of smashing balls not being tolerable.
Yes.
And what's the?
You have to watch the episode to see.
Oh shit! Okay,
That's
well.
pretty good.
We
That's
spent
pretty
quite a
good.
bit of time on it.
Yeah.
Now
Wow.
did you tell him about your cream of wheat
Yeah.
dilemma?
So here's the deal. I haven't had cream of wheat since childhood, and
Why?
I'm such a huge fan. I just stopped eating it. I was on a low carb diet. So the other
Are you
day,
on low carb diet now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Low carb or no carb?
More or less no carb.
Okay.
Anyways, the other day I had 2 hard-boiled eggs, and I really got a hankering for cream of wheat.
Okay.
So I ate my 2 hard-boiled eggs, and a little while later had a bowl of cream of wheat.
Okay.
Raging diarrhea.
Oh,
Now,
interesting.
much like a scientist like you are, I wanted to replicate the results to
Yes.
see if it was a
Yes, sure.
one-time thing,
Of
an
course.
anomaly, if you will. I replicated the thing, same diarrhea.
Same thing.
And I did the same exact thing in the morning. 2 hard-boiled eggs, took a break, cream of wheat.
How many days
blowout.
between the cream of wheat experiments?
Oh gosh,
Like a week or
like a
something?
week, yeah.
Isn't that fascinating? I've heard people report diarrhea from heavy sugar loads.
Oh, that's what he gets.
That's what I get.
Yeah.
this
It makes
could be,
sense to me if that's that would probably not happen to me. I do too well with sugars, but I'm guessing there must be an intermediate state where people could just get it from carbohydrates, from starches generally.
Could it be like just
Oh.
a food sensitivity to that food?
Is it
You know?
fibrous? Is it because of the high fiber? But that wouldn't blow
So
me
wait,
out.
when you said you do too well with sugar, what does that mean?
Meaning I eat sugar, my bowels don't do
nothing.
anything.
Okay,
and nothing
yeah.
ever happens with that. In fact, so it's interesting. I wonder if it's something to do with this
You see
low
this
carb
old
thing.
cream of wheat commercial?
Possibly. I don't eat many carbs. It's my favorite.
They're gonna. Uh-oh.
I love cream of wheat.
Uh-oh.
It's so hot and creamy. It feels so good when it goes down my throat.
It really fills a girl up. Nutritious and delicious. Eat it before it gets cold.
Aw. This is cute.
Oh my God.
Oh, I like this one. This is when porn used to be fun, though.
When there was always comedy involved.
Yeah, this is light. I like
strange
this.
music and comedy.
Not porn, commercials. This is a commercial.
How come Cream of Wheat hasn't had to change their box? Have they changed it?
I don't think so.
How do you not drop that Cream of Wheat? Oh, there you go. Just lay down.
Did you have toast with your Cream of Wheat?
I did not. I felt that was too carby.
That's kind of a nice commercial, though.
Thank you for sharing.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Do you want to see a bus hit a guy on a bike?
Does it matter?
I'm kidding.
Does it matter what I want?
I'm kidding. I don't have that.
Okay. You should go on my friend Nicole and Jemmy's website, Instagram. You probably find something to enjoy there. She's a autopsy pathologist.
Oh, really?
And is interested in all kinds of exotica.
I would love that.
It's in this. It's Nicole _and Jemmy. It's an Instagram.
Gosh. Okay.
And ANGEMI. And I saw one of hers yesterday where the guy just picked up a head on the street, and I thought Tom would love this.
What? Picked up a head?
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah. I like this. I follow a guy on TikTok who cuts open bodies.
You got to go. You got to go to the restricted. See how there's restricted ones there?
Yeah.
You got to go to those.
Yeah.
And you got to click on them.
Whoa.
Well, that's not bad.
It's a cold
that's
sore.
nothing. Go down. Go to show some good ones.
Ooh, what's on the lip there? That yellow fungus.
He's looking at the sensitive content stuff.
Oh.
That looks like
organ.
A
Looks like
liver?
a lung or a liver. It might
lung.
be. That could be a COVID lung, frankly.
Oh shit.
Because that's what they start to look like. Anything else? Anyway, she's got lots of good stuff there. You guys will find.
Okay, that sounds really fun.
Oh my
Thanks,
God,
Drew.
that guy's relieving himself right there. He's relieving himself. That guy is just pissed on the ground.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God, officer, he just pissed on the ground.
Officer?
I don't believe this. He just pissed on the ground.
Why is that so astonishing?
I don't
to you?
know.
The guy's got a
Oh my
prostate
God.
problem. You
I
guys.
can't believe this.
Uh-oh.
Thank you, God. That guy right there. You can see the puddle.
Thank you, God.
You
What
can
a
see
nerd.
the puddle right underneath. That's piss, folks. That's not hydraulic oils. That's piss.
Okay, nerd.
Okay.
Officer Silva, that man just urinated. The piss is on the pavement down there. I just witnessed it and got it on video. I can point him out to you.
Is this sort of a
go down there.
version
the
of
piss
Fed
is underneath
Smoker?
the truck. I'm going to videotape
It is, right?
Yeah.
now.
It makes me wonder if this guy's on meth. if I were that cop, I'd go, let me look in your car, sir.
I'm
Yeah, see?
documenting the
Yeah.
piss. It's against the
So let's
law.
stop for a second. Cops have to deal with this stuff all the time, and so they develop a sense of what's going on.
Yeah.
And the cop will go, "Oh, well, let's go over to your car, see what's going on."
Yeah.
Looking for a meth pipe.
Sure.
Yeah.
Do you want me to point the guy out from here? I'll point the guy out from here. I'm sorry. This is unbelievable.
He's so worked up over it. Like,
And what's weird to me, at first I thought, well, it's gonna be New York, Long Island, right? That's where
Yeah.
this happens, but it kind of looks like New England a little bit. And I'm like, well, okay, but now they're in the woods. Who gives a shit? Even more.
so strange.
So weird.
He's about to cry.
I don't want any confrontation. I just wanted to show you the piss. He's the big, tall, bald guy, and he has
Little
like
New
a
England accent there. Little
Yeah,
New England
bald
accent.
guy.
There he is. He's walking right now.
Walking.
What the fuck? He's never seen a guy
here
take a
he is. You see
piss?
him walking? He just bent down to get that tool. That's the guy.
I'm going to make a report for you. But I just want you to, so we avoid confrontation.
Okay, I'm out of
This is what
here.
we don't want.
I know. Oh, look at this mint. Oh my God, look at this mint car. Oh my God, that's mint.
Oh,
he's on
dude.
drugs. Is he on
See
acid?
that distractibility
Is that on
stuff?
LSD or something?
No, that's math. That's math. It's like, look, Fed Smoker is talking to the cop. Hey, man, what's going on? You see anything?
That's true.
Red and white? Red and white? Do you see red and white? It's like they just get distracted.
But do you see how you were standing right
Are you
there?
able to show me on the camera?
No,
This
I
guy's
don't
gonna
know
get
how to
arrested.
work this fucking thing.
That's what's going to
Yeah.
happen.
He just says, I don't know how to work
Listen,
this thing.
I'm just
camera.
going to go to the back of the truck, zoom in on the piss, and I'm out of here. Okay?
Oh, yeah.
Because I gotta
What are the
document-
chances?
I'm not going to talk to him. I'm not going to talk to him. Oh, hey, look at that. He's got no choice. I'm not.
He's crazy.
Thank you, God. Ameripave. It's
The other,
amazing.
as I've always taught you, it could be just mania. He could be hyper. He could be
Can I
mad.
tell you something
Could be
that
mad.
always strikes me in some of these videos?
Yeah.
Like when we see somebody like yelling some shit.
Yeah.
And then they drive, and I'm always like, that dude drives? Like
yeah.
that guy's in a car?
Well, Good news is you'll see him in a police chase later today.
Yeah.
Those are the same guys. So
Because and there's a lot of things that we like. Sometimes it's like this. Sometimes it's these like parking lot confrontations, and people get, and then they just get in their car and drive away, and you're like, fuck, that person's on the road.
Yeah,
it's really nutty.
Yeah, they don't have to give you a mental.
You guys ought
test.
to interview like a cop someday.
Yeah,
like a highway patrol officer or
It's a
something.
good
Just see the
idea.
stuff that they have to deal with, and this is commonplace for
Most
them,
of
I'm
it.
sure.
Yeah. That's true, because nobody wants to talk.
Oh, we're getting the mouth licked again. I've seen this before. Oh boy, the wolves are into it, man. So now when my dog tries to do this, I know where it's coming from.
Yeah, you just let him do it, right?
No, I don't. But I know where it's coming from. I know what he's up to.
God, this is an attractive group of people.
Russian?
No, this is in Norway or something.
Oh my God. Open your mouth, you idiot.
Yeah, before the dog bites your nose off.
Fuck that, he's growling right now.
He's scared
Yes.
to death.
Yes, he should be.
Jesus.
His fucking
wild
face
animals.
is about to get torn
I mean,
off.
just the slightest little move.
And you can't do that. You can't like react in front of them.
It's growling.
Fuck. Yeah, I don't want this experience. I don't want to do it.
Is this some sort of wolf
It look- yeah, it looks
encounter?
like- yeah,
Like you have
yeah.
to pay for
Yeah,
this
yeah,
and
yeah.
follow the
Yeah.
blonde chick up into the wolf
Sure,
zone?
yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
Fuck all that.
By the way, the wolves need this.
Not really.
Right.
And they're also attractive, no? It's like
The
a
people?
fucking.
Did you see the mouse pad guy?
Yes.
You did see him?
Yes.
What do you think's up with that? Like he's the guy who's like,
Yeah.
I got this mouse pad.
Well, we were worried about sort of
I
like,
certainly got something interesting in the mail today.
well, stop. We're trying to figure out what that accent is.
Well, here's the thing. It's very interesting that you bring that up because
Yeah.
he put out another video.
No accent.
Well, no, he put it with the same accent. Very, very upset that people were commenting that he's Russian.
He's Czech.
He doesn't.
He doesn't
make that
reveal.
distinction.
He's
No,
Jewish.
He just says I'm Jewish.
He's like, I'm not Russian. I'm
And
Jewish.
he said he'll
Like,
block
what?
anybody that says Russian in the comments.
So he's Israeli?
Well, doesn't identify as that. He just says that he's really, really upset about it. I mean,
I'm pissed the fuck off. I'm getting comments on my videos saying I'm Russian this, I'm Russian that, when I'm really actually Jewish. This is my Jewish kippah. It's a Jewish headwear. Jews put it on their heads. This is my fucking Jewish prayer book. Hebrew letters. My fucking Jewish prayer book has words in Hebrew and English.
but he clearly has what
I'm
sounds
sure
like-
his mishpucha is very happy with the previous video about the mouse pads.
Yeah.
If anyone posts comments on my videos saying I'm Russian this, I'm Russian that, I don't care if you're fucking subscribed to me or not. I'll fucking block your ass permanently.
Well, all questions about pre-existing conditions are answered.
There are some?
Which is what we talked about at great length, you and I.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
What's there?
TikTok. It's
To the
TikTok
max.
syndrome. TikTok. I like that.
Yeah.
That's a diagnostic category now.
Talked, locked, and ready to rock.
I mean, there's an autistic quality, right?
Oh.
Yeah, and there's a maybe some cognitive stuff there.
Well, it's
also.
interesting to make that to say like I'm not Russian, I'm Jewish, as if
Those
that's
are
your
exclusive.
country of-
Also, those
yeah.
are exclusive.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's
Strange.
not quite getting it, and why it would upset him is sort of fascinating.
Yeah.
But
oh, by the way, can you pull
He's
up
not
the merch
understand-
method site?
He's not understanding.
so again, he doesn't understand the social sort of distinctions.
Real quick, I wanted to bring so the people's attention. A lot of people were amazed at how fast the Two Bears hat sold out, and as were we. It has been reordered. It's a partnership with New Era and Minor League Baseball, so it takes a minute.
Really?
Yeah. So
Nice.
we will have those back in August, I'm told. There's a new Thick Boy hat, 10 milligram Tom. There's Scrum Master tees. If you have earned them, you can wear them.
Please.
You can't.
I'm not
wear
want to
your
wear a
Scrum
Scrum
Master
Master.
tee.
Susan, can Susan wear a Scrum Master?
What is a Scrum Master?
Scrum Master has the mouth open, the tongue out, certified Scrum Master. It means that you eat the booty.
No, she's not a scrum master.
Okay.
Though I'll have to query her whether I should wear the scrum master.
Yeah.
Because I'm learning new material about her. Thanks to you guys.
Well, scrum eating starts at 60.
But I will look forward to soon.
Yes.
Anal starts at 50 and
That's
scrum
coming.
starts at 60.
It's Bridge O'Clock with Charo on it. Talked, Locked, and Ready to Rock is very popular if you're a big talk fan. There's the YMH, like the official YMH gear. Has the logo on it in all denim, in black and white, and in female cuts, as we've been asked for. Many people asked for the female cut.
I want more products for my show.
Yeah, we can do it.
Come on now. Let's do it.
There's the Mommy's Friends
I'm
shirt.
jealous. Ooh,
yeah.
Also male and female. There's new mask, pig mask. If you're going to cough, leave the room.
We
Boy
actually
Nation.
asked my streaming audience what they'd want from a mask, and they kind of said Dr. Drew After Dark, like like along the jawline.
Oh,
they were interested in like a small kind of
like a subtle,
yeah,
shout out. I like that.
We got to write. We should talk about that real quick. So the Charo mug, remember the one that I had? We had to petition Charo.
Yes,
that
we had to
sold
bribe her.
out immediately.
You had to go to her.
I had to give her an iPad Pro to release the merch, but it was worth it. It sold out in 24 hours and has been restocked. So you can get that. The Do You Work Here, Nadav? Nadav's a missing person. Did you know that? We filed a report with LAPD. And then there's also the Christina Plea, Where My Mom's At Tumblr. And of course, the koozies, Stay Home If You're Sick, Come Over If You're Thick, Problems Make My
I'm
Dick
so
Suck.
far behind. I've got just the 4-stroke stuff.
From way back. There's a lot of stuff.
Back.
Well, this was like the store as you knew it was kind of revamped. So there's a whole bunch of new stuff.
It really looks like high quality stuff too.
There's some really good stuff in there.
We were at dinner Friday night, and these servers wanted to know all about you guys.
Wow.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I didn't have any YMH gear on.
Aw.
So next time I need to represent.
Yeah, we got you, man.
Or
We got
just
you.
sell it right there.
Absolutely.
I know, right?
Merchmethod.com/Tom Segura.
What could you sell with Susan? Now you can sell butt plugs or
you guys are you're
beaches.
thinking.
Oh, can we do a mold of your penis and then sell that in the store?
That would be fun. God, so many dudes would buy that.
Oh my
And
God.
ladies love Dr.
They love
Drew.
Dr. Drew.
I think that's a line we're not going to cross.
Okay. I mean, could you just like take the idea home and talk about it?
Well, as you boil the frog, my suspicion is you'll get what you want, because it's slowly I'm drawn into your lair.
Yeah.
And whatever evil intentions you have,
let us know in the comments if you want that Dr. Drew cock mold.
Well, how about my wife's?
Yeah.
Well,
And
that
yes,
too.
kinda.
Yeah.
I mean,
she's
that's
willing.
more
yes.
useful.
The
Why
vag
not?
sleeve.
Yeah.
You can empty it out. Feels like the real thing. It's great.
Susan Light.
I love it, man. It's always
have her back on your pod and let's see where this goes.
Are
'Cause
you kidding
All you've
me?
done is sort of set this. You sort of messed up the topsoil.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now you got to go in.
That was an appetizer on where my mom's at.
Yeah.
And now we're gonna go and we're gonna do.
I'm wondering as you boil her as the frog, where it goes.
Yeah.
Where you
She's
evil,
just the beginning.
evil twins. that you
Dr.
are.
Drew for mayor.
I'm gonna play with your booty.
Yeah.
I love that guy.
Yeah.
That's right. Anal starts
still
at
have,
50.
I have multiple, cool guys now I want to go visit.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
who
sort
are
of
you
my-
on?
If we
Who do
could
you wanna
find some of these guys,
Yeah.
man,
He's one of them. He's one of the cool guys I like to.
We don't know what, we just need to know where some of these people reside.
I'd like to
you
see.
know?
Yeah, I know. I'd like to see them in their natural habitat. It's quite fascinating.
I would like that too.
It's like really like I'm a zoologist or something.
Zoologist is a good word. For
Yeah.
it. Yes.
And the RPC experience still stays with me. It's
Yeah, of course.
like
Oh,
a year.
God.
It's like a year.
Has it already?
It was raining and it was pre-winter. No, it's probably
Maybe a little bit.
was it
Yeah.
last fall? Must have been
Well, you've
like
seen.
last.
It was. I remember it was cold when you went
Yeah,
to
it was
visit
cold
him.
and rainy.
And you're wearing like
But it
a
was
long coat.
definitely way pre-COVID.
Yeah.
We got to show the tour.
Back when
Because
the-
I found
yeah.
the tour on my phone the other day. I thought,
You're right.
people
Yeah,
will
what's up with that
people
footage?
will want to see this.
Yeah, we got to release it.
There's parts of
Because
it.
at the time,
He was
RPC
angry with
was
us.
really upset, so we
Yeah.
didn't want to like upset him. You know,
Gotcha.
But now that he has his OnlyFans site, it's on.
it's on.
I think so.
It'll
He
all
wants-
funnel into that. So
It's pretty cool. It's a really eye-opening.
I wear his costumes. I
What?
put on some of his costumes.
You do?
You do?
You haven't seen this? You haven't looked at it in a long time.
That's right. That's right.
When you're try it out.
I thought you meant at home before you and Susan get down. You put on some.
That's a whole other.
That's what I
line
understood.
that Christina
and you
might
go,
get into.
Susan, you want me to come in there and then you want to have some sex real quick? Something like that.
What's his evil guy's name? The one that's a devil worshiper and stuff. Something's lair.
Lucifer's lair.
Yeah. We'll recreate Lucifer's
Officer
lair.
Cum Dump. He has that too, where he puts on the police hat.
Oh my god!
And he blows a whistle. He's like, Officer Cum Dump. That's the funniest fucking one.
It's the best.
Yeah.
Officer Cum Dump here.
Yeah.
Officer Cum Dump.
Does anybody actually go to his house, do you think, ever?
I asked him a couple times, and he said, well, this is just like different guys, and
I don't think so.
Restive anymore.
I don't think anybody actually shows up. But you and I are going to go to Per Se with him.
We are, yeah.
And then we're going to watch his performance in Coney Island when the COVID's
Fuck
over.
yeah!
I wish.
We got to do this.
That would be fun.
I'd like to see that.
When I said I was going to go visit him, I did. I'm deadly serious.
I'll
about
tell you
too.
this too. One of my dreams of COVID being over is actually going back to New York just to be like, it's over. This is a great city.
Let's celebrate.
I want to be in New York.
Let's celebrate with RPC.
I love it.
Great idea.
I love it. We should do it.
Yeah. Oh.
Let's fly. Let's fly together. Mint. Let's do it. Let's get on JetBlue and go to New York after this is
I
over.
like the Mint. But
Me too.
You have to apply for those single units, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
single pod. I like it.
All the way.
Don't forget.
If you're going to cough, please leave the room.
It's very important to manage your coughs. And listen to Dr. Drew After Dark. Watch it every week here on the Your Mom's House podcast YouTube channel. You'll see Dr. Drew and mostly Christina with him. It's a great show.
Yes.
You guys cover a lot of, I love the, just the way you, because it's why we love having you on here. Like just getting explanations of things. You're so articulate. You're so informed.
Christina told me the truth a couple weeks ago.
What?
She went when she was saying, how do you feel? You're looking at shit corn eating and all these years of training, all these these years of helping people, and here you are looking at shit corn. How do you feel about that? I thought, there it is.
Yeah.
That's their true motive.
What do you think? You think
Taking me there.
We just, we do genuinely enjoy you. You're like,
I enjoy you guys too.
You're so wonderful.
So,
and
thank you.
I hope you don't think we're just trying to,
No, we love
you're not
being
just
with you.
trying to, but you are actually doing that.
I mean, I love to see you stunned, upset, hurt.
That's
I know that's what
broken,
people like.
but
that's what people like. They like it, and you did it this last week on my pod. So well done, well done. It was. I knew he would feel really like mission accomplished after that one.
I bet you didn't go home and eat spaghetti after that.
I did not. Nope. I didn't eat at all. I couldn't eat.
Yeah.
For a few hours.
Really?
Yeah. My stomach was upset.
That feels good to me.
Yeah. Yeah. There could come a time if there's a portal opened up of worse things where the trash can will get used.
Yeah.
Oh.
I didn't think that was possible. But now I see
You gave me a goal, and I can't wait.
Well,
If you want more of me at drdrew.com, me and Adam are there. Adam and I do a podcast every day. People are always like, why don't you guys ever work together? We've been doing a podcast for the last 10 years together. Thank you for listening.
Yeah.
And I do a stream every day too on all the platforms, YouTube and everything.
You are a workaholic.
Just really it's kind of answering questions and COVID updating and stuff like that. So because people are so scared and so confused, and they should be given the way stuff is being reported. So I sort of make it more clinical the way we see it as physicians and stuff.
Well, just know we don't torture people we don't really love.
I understand
and
that.
we love you. If we were indifferent, there would be no
that
torture.
would be indifference from you guys would really break my heart.
Yeah.
No, of course. Please text me your kids' numbers so I can invite them to come on the show and talk about you. We would love to do that. Okay? All right. Dr. Drew, everybody. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.
Okay. So if this is truly a conversation, then I say let the conversation begin.
Okay. Cool stuff, slick stuff, neat stuff.
Okay. this is truly a conversation, then I say let the conversation begin.
Okay.
Cool stuff, slick stuff, neat stuff.
Okay. Hi, Mommy. Thanks, Jeans. Thank you for watching this episode of Your Mom's House. And if you had a great time, watch more videos here, here, here. And don't forget to subscribe here, here, here so that you will know when a Your Mom's House video comes out immediately. Thanks, Jeans.